agency. I'm on freedom or violence. Speaking my truth, no one's keeping me silent. Sing shots like I'm David when he was beating Goliath. Cat and pro into my life, I collided with giants. With a mind deeper than a trident, held in the palm of Poseidon. I'm like a tsunami, the pirates get running my way, but I'm flying like a pilot. Haters got cold, my aura's too vibrant. Just wanna show me they're private. More time, I wanna live alone in the island. I'm so when I close off my head up. Hear the glow out of my eyes, get close to my eyes. Please don't behave when I'm like this. I anarchist, I mix DMT with some cannabis. I'm sure I can walk cause I write this. When I ride for my G's, is my phone off silent? Do I despise the police? It's Kobe's last name bracket. I know some activists, I know some lifers, I know some savage shit, I live in righteous. I know some dogs only rough in the cypher. I know some cats that I actually ride and don't know my destiny. But my past says I'm a survivor. My probation officer says I should be in an asylum. Cause I said they're queen, that's mixed up. There's no curve when I watch the horizon. If life is a game, at the end you face the last boss like Bison. Flipping a grabber, kick like a ladder, riding for a bus full of pipers. Dodging a slammer, spot in the manner. We are not stopping for sirens. My son's friend got stabbed in the heart. I could not stop him from cracking. Hope he knows he's a king with bulletproof rings. No weapon could stop him from flagging. The air is so toxic, it's frightening. AI and robots are rising. They're studying man of Vaxian. Alistair Cardi, we're shopping for diamonds. Shopping for items. We're sorted with icons. It's true talk whenever my mic's on. Blood bath in the streets, keep a tool in my waist and my heart on my sleeve. Why is that the magi? Following the star of the east, when the rich get fat, man is starving to eat. I think crypto currency, the mark of the beast. I can smell blood like a shark in the sea. Michelle is a man and the farmers agree that it's sparking the park of the dark. Put the shotgun down to the bark of the tree. Sometimes when I answer my teeth, inherited negative karma for me. It's getting harder to sleep.
Yeah. Yo. I'm a rude boy with manners, books and bandanas, a poet and a nerd, a crook and a gangbanger. I'm at home with the holy, I'm good with the gun slangers. Jump out, I push me out with a hammer. Just because I got my head in the book, I'm never pushed. With a bush, I could jump out a bush and get you smushed, better shush. I'm the wrong one to push, I get you hooked. If I give the young drillers the look, you're getting cooked. Gang, you smell in the air, it's hella push, you know the fam. Stay ever prepared, we're never shook, connect with man. From everywhere, every hook, says prank. They fill up a fair, but we ain't hooks on their false narratives. Poison and their additives. They paint us as the bad guys, they're the real savages. An empire of vampires and energy scavengers. Descendant of Dracula, infiltrating Africa. Colluding with coons, instigated massacres and goons for platoons. We can flip it like a spatula. Now my thoughts are accurate, the mission is immaculate. I don't need a trickery, sage over ambulance. I'm a rude boy with manners, books and bandanas. A poet and a nerd, I'm good with a gangbanger. I'm home with the holy, I'm good with the grand slangers. To jump out, I push, get the bush with a mad hammer. A rude boy with manners, books and bandanas. A poet and a nerd, I'm cooking a gangbanger. I'm home with the holy, I'm good with the grand slangers. To jump out, I push, get the bush with a mad hammer. I jump out the shrubbery, I'm bare skullduggery. Manners on some antics and fuckeries. Free the people, fuck the monarchy's my policy. I don't even want no reparations or apology. I would rather die on my feet than live on my knees. The vaccines, the poisons, taxes are robbery. Fat cats relax and leave us trapped in the poverty. Pigs on the pavement, rats in the pocket. Help the old lady cross the road, cause that's how I am. He's your bro, he's my bro. I treat him like his son. If I got it and you need it, holler me. I'm the man, ever double cross me. I leave you bleeding where you stand, leave you bleeding where you sit, leave you bleeding where you lay. Those are greasy geezers that don't need a reason anyway. They be beating heaters any season. Man, I let it spray. Beating for my freedom, to the heathen. I would never change. I'm a rude boy with manners, books and bandanas. A poet and a nerd, I'm good with a gangbanger. I'm home with the holy, I'm good with the grand slangers. To jump out, I push, get the bush with a mad hammer. A rude boy with manners, books and bandanas. A poet and a nerd, I'm cooking a gangbanger. I'm home with the holy, I'm good with the grand slangers. slangers. Jump out of bush, get bush with a man hammer.
Dog, I'm good with these books and I'm good with the crooks. I smoke weed with sure and count peas with sure. So if I lean to the side and I jump on my phone, it could be to get at my knowledge or getting hit with the wood. We don't part with them fighters cause they wuss. Never been hit with a package I could've pushed. If we couldn't make it then me and my talks. Come from a manner where you can then overlook. Close my eyes and I see heaven. Trap house to me is earned, they keep dog, they put in more than the tenants. Tenants spend on smokes and tenants. They consume more petrol than this whip do petrol, dog. Life's no bitch, she's a queen, she'll test you. Blessed everywhere, my energy's ancestral. But my path, it might not be the best route, but I do what I do, couldn't care what the rest do.
I'm a rude boy with manners, books and bandanas. A poet and a nerd, a book and a gangbanger. I'm home with the holy, I'm good with the cram slangers. To jump out of bush, give you whoosh with a mad hammer. A rude boy with manners, books and bandanas. A poet and a nerd, a book and a gangbanger. I'm home with the holy, I'm good with the cram slangers. To jump out of bush, give you whoosh with a mad hammer.
Hey. Look, books, bro. One. Mom. Yeah.
No, man, pick up my books. I'll pick up my books, bro.
Big split for that. Whoa.
Hey.
You know what man's lean.
Lena.
Gotta rubber that before I let him hit me with a vaccine.
Never that.
Mandatory for everybody. You know what I mean?
What I mean?
Best be ready to die if you wanna be free. Split for that. Whoa. You know what man's lean.
Lena. Keep ties with the mob. Stay on job for the peace. MOB, why would I run? Why would I run if I got my machine? When I got that means,
Best be ready to die if you wanna be free.
Dog jumping out the van like Scrappy and put 6 nines to your face. Like Takashi, I was in N with jobs like Dappy. Getting trappy in the tracky, make a hot cat, take the day off and turn gappy. Squaring with a baddie, with a fatty popping caddy. Actually a patty, the chatty on the lappy. I was aggy in the nappy. I went from scratching back with Danny to waiting in the alley with a valley and a strally. Ain't hate to dilly dally. So Sally, give me the loot and keep the fanny. I smoke wacky to keep from going scatty. I'm from where they pull up on Ducatis and get clappy. I ain't got no fire in the booth for no Grammy. No hardest bars, I sold for champagne pappies. So I get love from the yardies and the ackies. Marlies and the paddies, if you Trill, holler at me.
Big split for that. Whoa. So you know what man's lean.
Lena.
Gotta rubber that before I let him hit me with a vaccine.
Never that.
Mandatory for everybody. You know what I mean?
What I mean?
Best be ready to die if you wanna be free. Big split for that. Whoa. So you know what man's lean.
Lena. Keep ties with the mob. Stay on job for the peace. MOB, why would I run? Why would I run if I got my machine? When I got that,
best be ready to die if you wanna be free. Or they're closing in. Look, they poison the water and sky. Now they're hurting my brethren with needles. Best be ready to die just to protect your people. They're coming with all type of evil. So right now knowledge is vital. Cause if you can't see the rival, you must be living with your thumbs in your eyeballs. I push weed in a big split and I burn my idol. I need all that ganja, cause they tryna test my ganja. They been tryna take my life and now they wanna back my youth.
No way.
I still load up with the gang and go play like Strategy. Big split for that. Whoa. So you know what man's lean.
Lena.
Gotta rubber that before I let him hit me with a vaccine.
Never that.
Mandatory for everybody. You know what I mean?
What I mean?
Best be ready to die if you wanna be free. Big split for that.
Whoa.
So you know what man's lean.
Lena. Keep ties with the mob. Stay on job for the peace. MOB, why would I run? Why would I run if I got my machine? When I got that,
best be ready to die if you wanna be free. Best be ready to die if you wanna be free.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Big up, Wagwan. What you not saying?
Happy Tuesday evening. It's the 1st of June. Pinch punch, 1st of the month. All that good stuff. Hope you lot have enjoyed your day or your afternoons. Hope you're still enjoying it now. What's going on though? What we saying? Boy, I'm about a quiz or some shit. What we at? What we on? Let's get ready to. Oh, all right, cool. 1 second. Let me sort this out. Yeah, man. So let me just loading something up. Give me a minute. Feel free to hit that like button if you're just coming in. Say hello to someone you ain't spoken to for in a while. Say hello to someone that you see every day. You know what I mean? Spread some good energy. Okay, let me zoom out a bit. So I'll go zoom out. Zoom out some more. I overdid it. No, zoom in again. Boom. Okay, cool. It's strange looking 5 p.m. It's a strange looking 5 p.m. Oh yeah, well, listen, man. Are you not gonna jump on? More importantly, are you gonna come? Big up Lena. Yeah, man. Big up Rika. Thanks for the likes. Thank you. Yes, what are you saying? You're gonna jump on or man sounds lean, you know. That's just the truth. No, man. No one's lean, man. I'm just chilled. I'm just chilled out, man. Yeah, no leanness. Where's this thing now? Alright, so here we go. You know the question. Siblings or dating? Let me know what you lot thinking, man. Let me know. Got to turn on my other screen. Tell me what you lot think, man. Siblings or dating? Put that in the chat. S or D? Are they siblings? Are they dating? Yeah, that's calm. So what's going on? One second. Basically, I got it now. I got it. So, my bad. Let's try to sort out my screen. Boom. Oh, that's better. Hold on. Boom. Way better. All right, cool. Yeah. All right, what are we saying? I'm back. Siblings or dating? Let me see. My husband's sister got me crazy, but it's definitely fun. What about Madonna's adopted Malawian son wearing a dress and posting pics online? Yeah, man. I know that's what's going on. That ain't no news. Okay, they're kind of close though. The legs is kind of close. Let me see if I can zoom out. No, see, there's comments. Yeah, siblings or dating. Okay, looking at their faces, yeah, I'm gonna say they're dating. Look, man, they're drinking. How close they are. They're dating. They're dating. It's a date thing. 100%. Yeah, date. I'm going with dating. Yep. There you have it, man. I think I'll be on the road. If we do like 5 of them, I think I'll be on the road. Should we do another one? Alright, cool. Nah, hold on, man. I need to get it properly. Why is it not? Let me put it actual size. There you go. That's what I'm gonna do. And then zoom in. How's the writing still there, man? What's up? Boom. That's it. That's the format. All right. Sorry. Here we go. Yeah. So what we saying? Siblings or dating? I don't know about this one. You gotta be fit. Siblings or dating? There's no way. You know, I don't know. These two don't look like they're together. He looks bare smug though, but these two don't look like they're together. Dating. I'm gonna say siblings still. How did I cheat, Sarah? Who cheated? Me. Yeah, I'm gonna say siblings still. Yeah. Let's see. Siblings, 2 for 2. Yeah. Yeah, mom. Need some theme music up in this bitch. Oh shit. Siblings. Siblings, bro. That's what I'm going with. This must be that Caucasian sibling love then. Ha ha. What? What's Caucasian sibling love? What is that? Caucasians don't have it, man. You need to check her. What is she talking about? Cancel her for that comment. Boom. People saying dating. What did I say? I said siblings, isn't it? I'm saying siblings. Siblings. Yeah. How am I cheating? Yo, are you far behind or something? How am I cheating? Yeah. Right, are you not putting in your votes? Yeah. You got your votes in? Kissing siblings. Someone's in a silly mood. Dating. Like I said, dating. Well done to everyone that said dating. Get me. Well done, man. Proud of you, look. Let's go again. Hold on. Couple, dating. You saying dating? Yeah, I'm saying siblings. It flies are on the mad thing. Siblings, man. Let's see. Siblings, there you go. Yeah, man. Get some music to keep me company. Since you lot being dry. Alright. Whoa. Siblings or dating. Ugh. What are you lot saying about this one? Siblings or dating? I'm gonna wait till you lot start guessing before I start guessing. Someone said dating, yuck. Dating. Dating. Or siblings. They don't look like sisters. Are they trying to say what? Because they got curly hair and glasses and hats? Don't try it. Nah, man, they're dating, innit? Or is that a double bluff? They better be siblings. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I think they want us to think that they're dating, but they're actually siblings. Right? So I'm gonna go with siblings, even though I think they're dating. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. They're dating. There you go. Brandy and pineapple, yeah? Living at large. Big up, man, like Ghana. Come on. Dating. I know. They always, lately, here we go. Look good, man. Yeah, that beat was bad. Like number 29. Jeez. Talk to me, man. What are you lot saying about that? Dating. Dating or siblings? Siblings or dating? Let me know. Alright, cool. Let's see. Siblings. Everyone that said siblings, give yourself a round of applause. Ooh. Oh shit. Siblings or dating? It's kind of hard to guess this one, actually. I don't know, man. I don't know about this one. I don't know. They're trying to trick us with the kind of topless vibe. I'm going to say siblings. Even though they don't really look the same. They don't look similar. But like, why would you be playing siblings or dating? You just look like two different women, innit? So clearly, we're supposed to think dating is a trick. They got the same eyebrows. You might be right, still. What if they go to the same eyebrow lady? That's the trick, because they're sisters. You were not expecting them to be naked together. That's the double bluff. Alright, cast your last votes now, man. Let's get this over and done with. Hold tight the 31 people in the building. Hit the like button, man. We're just warming up, waiting for everyone to get in and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? See the link there? Jump on, show some love, say hello. Let me know your like number in the chat. Alright, let me flip this tune.
Mano Mano. DIY, home and garden. manomano.co.uk. You've got this.
When it's sizzling outside, best relax. That's why manomano.co.uk brings you tools for people who don't like digging.
What?
Elevation.
Hold on a minute. Yo, Wagwan. Yo, Stillness Speaks. Alright, you gone there? Say nothing. Yeah, so what are we saying? Siblings or dating? Like 27. Big up Bibi Nana. Let's see, man. Let's see. Oh, we got another picture to switch it up for you. Oh shit. Yeah, siblings, man. Siblings. Defo siblings. Let's go. Yeah, bait. That was bait. Siblings are dating. Boy, she's a whole different fucking. She's a blackbird, ain't she? Yeah. Or at least Asian. Yo. Yeah. Tell me. Siblings are dating. They don't even look the same, so why would it be siblings? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So obviously they must be siblings. And people think they're dating. That's my brother. Yeah. People think they're dating. Siblings. I've made up my mind. Easy. Look how much makeup she got on. What does that mean? Oh, fucked up. What does that mean? They're siblings, man. Yeah, man. I think they're siblings still.
Sandwiches, are you crisping or crisp bones?
Shut up. She's definitely a black man. Yeah, I think I'm getting better at this now, you know. Not gonna lie. We'll play two more, yeah? Play two more, man. Boom. Are they taking the piss? What? What are you not saying about this? They're holding hands. That's scary. Yeah, they're clearly dating, but like they look very, very similar. Obviously, the identical clothing ain't helping. That's mad. Bare lesbos up in this, isn't it? Dating. Alright, man. Oh, that's fucked. Obviously, siblings. Siblings are dating, family. Hey, big up MJ. Siblings are dating. Let's go. Siblings. There you have it, man. Yeah, man. That was a quick round of siblings are dating, man. So what man? What you lot saying? Talk to me. What's the latest? Make me aware, man. Come chat to me. Let me know how you lot feeling, man. Yeah, man. There you go. There's a link there. Use that. Yeah, use that. Come say wagwan. Oh. So apparently there's been like I think there's been like a mass shooting or some shit. Enjoying the summer shine. Yeah, wait. So I don't know if you lot knew about this. Hold on, let me try and share the screen. So yeah, so apparently, yeah. I didn't know if you lot knew about this. There was some mass shooting that went down in Miami a couple days ago. I didn't know nothing about it. Miami-Dade cops looking for gunmen getaway vehicle after mass shooting at rap concert. So 3 gunmen in ski masks and hoodies ambushed the crowd, leaving a rap album release concert at a club in northwest Miami-Dade early Sunday morning, unleashing a barrage of gunfire that killed 2 and injured 20 others in what police said was the worst mass shooting in the county in recent memories. 3 of those injured are in critical condition, according to police. Police released video of gunmen vehicle at scene of Miami-Dade rap concert. Let me see. Is this the video?
Good morning. Earlier this evening, this billiard establishment was rented out for a concert. During the concert, patrons were standing outside of the business when a white SUV pulled up, where 3 subjects stepped out of the vehicle with assault rifles and handguns and began shooting indiscriminately into the crowd, of which we believe is a targeted act of gun violence. Unfortunately, multiple people were shot. As of right now, we have 20 to 25 victims at various hospitals around the community, as well as 2 deceased victims on the scene. This is a despicable act of gun violence, a cowardly act. We have our investigators on the scene. We're asking for any information from the community. Anyone who has any tips on these individuals, please give it to us, 305-471-TIPS. This type of gun violence has to stop. Every weekend it's the same thing. This is targeted. This is definitely not random. My condolences to the families and to the victims. That's all I have right now. As we get more information, we'll provide it for you.
Director, what runs through your mind? We had 7, I believe, shot yesterday in Wynwood. Now we have this. I mean, like you said, it just seems like every weekend it seems to be some sense of gun violence.
It's very disheartening, but it's a trend that you're seeing around the country. Just yesterday in the news, they were talking, expecting a violent summer, and unfortunately, Miami-Dade County is not immune to that. The good thing here, our law enforcement community and our community at large are engaged. We're working really hard, but it's very difficult to stop a small amount of individuals who want to go out there and commit murder. And it takes all of us to stop this. And we really have to put the work in this summer to keep our children and our community safe.
So yeah, boy, they just came and opened fire on the crowd.
One of the most common fear.
Shut up. Oh, what is this? Don't do that. Let me show you this video. Madness. Big up African goddess, man. Yeah. So, yeah, man, that's mad, you know. So you're just standing there, mind your business. I don't know, queuing up or something, or waiting to get in to this venue. I'm like, yeah, this guy drops straight away. This guy, he just drops. He get me. This is the guy that we see coming around the car and kind of falling on the floor. Big Ras. Boy, man, I don't know. It's mad out there, though, isn't it? Like, This mass shooting thing, so easy. So easy, man. You're out there just trying to have a good time. People just gonna take your life. Boy, man. I mean, I understand. Like, this could all be like some kind of, you know. At the end of the day, yeah, whether it's real or not, they're gonna use it as an excuse to talk about gun control and stuff like that, right? But right, this looked pretty real to me anyway. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that happened a couple of days ago. 2 killed, 21 people injured, 21 people shot. That's a lot of bullets. There was raining shots. 47 people in the building. What, man? What you lot saying to me? Talk to me, innit? I'm here, so let me hear what you lot got to say to me. Got any questions, anything you want me to chat about? What's on you lot's minds, man? So I'm doing the show. If the people want the show, then let me know. Put some sevens in the chat if you lot want the evening show. Do you know what I mean? And I'll keep it going on. Bare Haitians in Florida. They don't play at all. Yeah, man. You gotta be careful, man. I mean, look out for yourselves. Look out for each other. There are some maniacs out there, but I don't even know what inspires them. But yeah, out here moving mad. You lot want? So you lot pressing 7. So what's going on? Am I gonna get fucking something? What one, MJ?
Are you gonna get what? Are you gonna get what? What do you want now, Jedi? For fuck's sake!
I'm gonna say, am I gonna get like some suggestions of like what you don't want to chat about or what you don't want to see? Because you know what I mean.
Yeah, if you check the back chat, we have some gossip, but I think it's a good topic to kind of touch on as well. I don't know who these people are, by the way. Never heard of them, but can run the videos if you like.
All right, let me see.
How was your afternoon? Did you go out, get some sunshine?
Yeah, man. It was about. What about yourself?
Nah, I didn't go out. I've been sorting out so many things, but I'm not too bothered about going out. I'd rather like sort out what I need to sort out because then I free myself up for the weekend sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. What's happening Saturday?
Going to the pub.
Going to a pub? Oh, let's go to the pub then. Yeah. Should we go to the one where they sell pizza?
To the pub where they sell pizzas, they say.
Yeah, you know them proper like hippie pubs where you got all them craft beers and all of that malarkey.
I don't know about them ones there, man. A pub that
sells pizza. On, they're all over Hackney, bruv. They're all over Hackney. I can't help but know about them. This is what they all were doing during the lockdown, isn't it? Like, oh, we can't sell beer, so we'll sell pizza instead.
Right.
Do you know who this chick is?
Nah, not at all, man. Well, not that I can think of, anyway.
I seen her pop up recently on an Instagram post where basically she was like sitting in a bath. No, her and her man was in a bath, and she was like sitting on top of him. And yeah, it was just a bit controversial. Like, why are you putting a picture of you and your man up in the bath naked?
Yeah, people are just, boy, there's no limits in it to what people
I know. I know. And it's not even like they was both in the bath. I'm pretty sure she was sitting on it from the position she was in. It's just like, wait, it's a bit much. But anyway, maybe it's just my imagination.
Is it true that you'd be cooked like a lobster if you went out?
No, not in this temperature, and not if I cover up, and not if I don't stay in the sun too long.
All right, so let me see. Let me see if there's going to be commentary. Let me see what one. Let's get it.
I just shared some pictures and videos of CJ's graduation, which he graduated from kindergarten. He's going to first grade. And according to Chris Sales, he wasn't notified of the graduation. Somebody comments, so you ain't go to CJ's graduation? And he responded, didn't get an invitation, and also didn't even know he was graduating today. That's messed up. And then he posted out, proud of my baby, even though daddy wasn't told you was graduating. And then Tina, which is Queen's sister, took to her social media. She said, I wasn't aware. Nobody let me know that my baby graduated. Had to find out on social media, but TT proud and crying tears of joy. Obviously, the shade room got a hold of this. They posted it up, and a lot of people were commenting underneath the post saying that Queen was wrong, that she should at least told Chris Sales and gave him the option whether he wanted to go or not, because he is the father. Here we go again. Chris can't leave Houston. He stated that plenty of times after I asked him to come to Atlanta. Also, he just got done calling me a miserable. We don't have an easygoing, cordial co-parent relationship after I tried to have one. So why the fuck would I invite him knowing he can't attend? I was also dealing with a 62-year-old with a high fever. Why the fuck would I be thinking of anything else? If we don't speak on a regular, I'm not thinking about calling nobody for a 20-minute kindergarten graduation. Y'all kill me, bro. Shut the fuck up. I'm getting tired of everything. I don't got time or patience today. I'm getting tired of this. I'm about to start popping off every single time. I don't want to hear nobody saying, please stop.
I'm about to stop popping off on everybody. Everybody shut the fuck up.
Well, I start popping off, yeah?
Yeah.
No, but on the real, what do you think, Jeds? Like, if this is a topic, should a man, if you're co-parenting or you're separated and you have a child together, should you be told of like significant events in your child's life?
I mean, how significant is it? Graduating kindergarten. What the fuck is that, man?
I know. I didn't even know kids graduated from kindergarten until like the last 2 years or some shit. And they start doing all that shit over here.
Like she said, if they're in like this regular contact and everything's cushy and you know, like it makes sense. But if it's like they're kind of at loggerheads and they don't speak very often, and I don't think that she needed to go super out of her way to alert him on this one. No, I don't think so.
But should it not be something that he's aware of anyway? Because I don't know, like from like the woman's perspective, she's saying that, oh, he ain't around like that, whatever. But we don't know.
Well, like if he's not around like that, then no, he ain't gonna, I don't know about this graduating from kindergarten. What is that?
It's graduating from kindergarten, man. Come on.
What is that? What is that? This is stupid, man. You get me? You get me? It's done. Let me see.
Please stop explaining yourself, because I'm not remaining silent anymore. Let's normalize public figures and celebrities being able to defend themselves. It is what it is. I said what the fuck I said. All y'all gotta stop worrying about my kids, my household, my money, and my business. And then Clarence jumped in to defend Queen. He said, you can't call someone a or continuously do disrespectful and then expect a call saying your son, nephew graduation is tomorrow. That's not how life works. Instead of making it about yourselves, which y'all always do, you should be happy he has a mom that cares about his education and has got him to this point. Because then y'all was willing to put yourselves to the side to make sure he was straight, and it shows. But y'all got it. I know y'all gonna take this and twist this, but I'm just being honest. Y'all do for the internet too much when it was his day. That should have been the focus in the celebration. Somebody said, so pop on him, tough guy. That would make me goofy. You weirdos be thinking doing weird-ish like that is gangster. Somebody said, shut the fuck up. This not your son. You'd be mad too. I would never trip myself out of position where some other is raising my son. Don't let that go over your head. She still could have shot him a text. Like, it's not even about Queen. It's about your son, and you could have left it at that. Like I said, I wasn't thinking about picking up my phone to call or text nobody. I was in between either taking my son to ER and making it to my baby's graduation. My mom was not on anything else. Y'all don't know what the fuck I had going on. Y'all just talk. Y'all have all the solutions until it's you in the situation. I don't give a fuck if y'all say I'm wrong. Oh well, move on. It's over. While I was editing, Tina actually responded to Queen. She said, girl, nobody complained about how we couldn't be there, but you don't even talk to mama. You could have sent her a simple picture or a text. Nobody should have to find out through social media. Please don't do too much. My patience is running low. You constantly let him throw off on Twitter about other people, but soon as it comes to us, you got something to say. And here your fans come tooth and nail. I'm tired of it. I got time today. I held my peace long enough. Even you had your fans bash me on my YouTube video. I really don't care about y'all nagging fans either. Y'all trying to beat the bar so bad. I'm used to the bashing. Have a seat. I can't speak on this because I'm going through this exact situation, and I get it. It can be stressful. It can be a headache, and you try to avoid the other person as much as possible because you don't want to go around in circles and have to deal with extra bullshit. But
I don't know who did the other dude is. I don't know who the other dude is. I don't know who any of these are, but I mean, obviously that's the dad and that's the mom, and apparently,
Yeah, I think one might be one of the new guy, maybe
the new guy, or like, or the involved brother, like the nosy friend of the girl.
No, because I think it's the sister that's being nosy. It's the sister that's done a couple of reaction videos. I don't know. Could be.
Yeah, so I don't even know. Give me.
But we as moms do owe it to the father to tell him certain situations, because it's not for you, it's not for your benefit, it's for the child. The child is the person that's important when it comes to this whole situation. As much as we don't want to deal with that person, it's not about that person, it's about the child. You just got to think of the bigger picture. I remove my personal feelings, how I personally feel, and I still do what I got to do. But trust me, woo, I know where you're coming from, because it can be difficult. I swear people don't know what you be going through with that other parent. But the first thing they gonna say is, you wrong, you should have told them, and this, that, and that, and blah, 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 and I get it. And they might be right, but you don't want to hear that. Your blood pressure up, you're angry, you about to lose it. You start calculating jail time in your head, like, okay, if I do this, and they don't find out, I could probably go to Mexico. Let me just get off this mic. Leave comments down below. Let me know what you think until next time. Peace.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I did have that conversation with myself a few times of what could I get away with.
So yesterday, CJ,
I mean,
so cool.
Listen, man, just if you strive for communication, isn't it? Strive for communication. You know, that's the best you can do. Strive for good communication, and then you can communicate things, and just try not to take it too far. It's tempting to get into your emotions and take arguments and beefs and fights and that too far and go past the point of no return. Try to do your best. Just keep it cordial and mature and adult, like, regardless of what's going on, if you can.
And keep it about the child, because like if your relationship is done, then you shouldn't really care about each other anymore and what each other is doing. But when it comes to like what's going on for the child, there does need to be levels of communication.
Very easy to say. I don't think it's fair to say or realistic though.
What's that?
Like, oh, you shouldn't care about the other person. I don't think it's fair or realistic to say that, because 9 times
you shouldn't be getting at them about like in a personal sense. You know what I mean? Like, take the personal shit out of it and keep it about the child. And I was going to say, with like all the communication technology and devices that we have now, you don't even have to conversate with them. You can just send a text message that, yo, this is happening on this day. Let me know if you want to be there or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Just some form of communication.
So, like, this channel is about these people's interactions, and the videos have got crazy views. Like, people care about CJ and Queen Naija.
Yeah, Queen Naija seems to be a big thing. Like, there's a whole thing about like trying to boycott her now, and I've never heard of her, but I thought somebody might have.
What is she? What is she? An artist?
Yeah, American pop star of some kind. Music artist, whatever she wants to label herself as.
And what is this Queen Naija shit, man? What is this CJ Queen Naija? This is mad, man. The world's crazy, man. I swear to God, this world.
And the amount of reaction videos that have been done to this bullshit as well. It's just like, raw.
This world.
I've even heard of these people.
It's actually nuts. This world is fucked. I'm just looking at it like, yo. This
is a whole reaction page, is it?
Yeah, there's a whole universe of just these different little individuals.
So yesterday, CJ, Boston.
Like, it's just like when you stumble across Speaker's Corner, and like the little weird little videos and shit. And the little beefs and that, and you're like, wow, this is nuts. It's like a whole universe.
It's a whole different rabbit hole.
Yeah. Sneaks was asking why is she being cancelled? Do you know?
I think because of this, because of the fact that she's always posting herself naked online and she has children, and people are saying she should be doing better. That's the gist that I got of it anyways. I haven't looked into it too much.
But if you post everything for people's approval, then they're gonna have an opinion.
Yeah, you give them the right to have that opinion.
Kwame Brown exposing foil folks. There's all sorts of things going on. I can't even keep up with it. The whole Kevin Samuels side of things is just weird now.
I'd say it's the whole American side of YouTube.
Yeah.
Seems to be just full of this madness. Like I rarely see them with original content, except for like obviously Kevin Samuels and some of the ladies when they're doing their own things. But other than that, it's all reaction to this, reaction to that, reaction to Kevin Samuels, left, right, and center.
Yeah, there's a lot of commentary. There's a lot of commentating. Yeah. Definitely. But I'm just saying, like I was saying, am I feeling ill? No, why am I feeling ill? What's wrong?
Yeah, you got sunstroke.
What? No, what's the problem though? What's the problem? Why do people keep talking about illness? What's wrong? Oh, my nose.
I think you sound a bit tired and stuffy, maybe. Yeah, you got hay fever.
I don't know, but something flew up my nose earlier. Was irritating my nose when I was out, but I'm all right, man. Just need to blow my nose. Give me nose a good blow, but I can't be bothered to get up and find the tissue. How good but I'm fine. I think I'm good still. It's evening tiredness. Oh my god. You lot are fucking annoying, man.
You sounded like a male shani. Congestion gang.
Yeah, man. So where you lot at, man? You lot roll up, man. Where you lot at? Seriously. Come forward, man. Jump on. Let's get some people on there. What's going on, MJ, man? Where's the recruits?
Don't know. They're all hiding.
Yeah, that video that you brought me, thank you. I appreciate it. It was very shit, though. Is there a second one now, yeah?
The second one is Queen Niger's sister. Basically, shit.
Queen Niger's sister chatting shit.
Yeah. Queen Niger's sister reacting to Queen Niger reacting. There's a lot of reactions.
Press? Absolutely. In the beginning, I was doubtful too.
I mean, you've been talking crap this.
Oh shit!
All I'm saying is, yeah, I won't even say nothing. They look like sisters, isn't it?
Long? You've been Twitter fingering this long? Your fingertips going? Why can't your fist go?
She almost looks like the chick out of Compact Trunk video.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Hey, y'all.
Jetty need that meme.
I'm just gonna hop straight into the video. How y'all been doing? How y'all been? How this pandemic been treating y'all? Because I don't want to be rude, but you know my energy is not. It's not there, you know. So, but I do not want to be rude. I want to say hello new subscribers.
But you are being rude. Chewing on camera. Chewing gum on camera.
But before I get into this video, give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that bell. Hit the bell. See, my bell ain't even right either. It's all right. Let's get straight into the video. As y'all can see by the title, I'm reacting to Voice for the People. People came in my inbox, told me to react to it. And basically, it's going to be a reaction / getting off what's on my chest.
Are you just cracking up in the background?
I'm laughing at the comments.
Fuck it, no.
Seems like everybody can do that lately. But when it comes to me, I have to watch what I say and be quiet. You shouldn't have said this. You shouldn't have said that. No. No more, honey. No.
So yesterday, Queen Naja shared some pictures and videos of CJ's graduation. When she graduated from kindergarten, he's going to first grade. And according to Chris Sales, he wasn't notified of the graduation. Somebody commented, so you ain't go to CJ's graduation? And he responded, didn't get an invitation, and also didn't even know he was graduating today. That's messed up. And then he posted up, proud of my baby, even though daddy wasn't told you was graduating. And then Tina.
I just felt like you knew that he was graduating a week ago. You knew he was graduating 2 weeks ago. Why wasn't nobody notified? Everybody knows how we are with CJ. Everybody knows how CJ is with us.
When you think of an image, you kind of...
I can't, man. I can't. I'm not going to.
All right. So what have you got for us? Who's got what?
Do you watch those videos, MJ? Do you watch them things though?
Not really. I think it's just when I'm on like YouTube and shit comes up, or Instagram sometimes. I'm like, yeah, that's where I seen that Instagram. I seen a little thing and I was like, who are these people? And then I kind of like half watched it.
I don't know if it's me or what. Like, it's just like, what? What is no?
Yeah,
man.
they're a bit cheesy.
Yeah, just can't get motivated, man. Let me. That's good. Sneets, what one?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. What have you got for me, Sneets?
Pick up, sis.
I've got
Shit, I just dropped my
myself
Fuck's
and
sake.
my brilliance.
You know, you dip a biscuit and then it's soggy and then half it drops.
No.
Yeah, there's an art to it, Mary Jane. Sorry, I don't drop biscuits in my tea. I drop them straight in my
I
mouth.
just dropped half a ginger nut on the floor.
That's no good.
Pick up MC Sunshine Day Dog. That's a really long name.
Oh, that's a cute dog. That's a pretty dog.
So yeah, who's got a topic for me then?
I watched
last one on the panel has to bring a topic.
Yeah, okay, I'm leaving it to Shani then.
No, go for it.
No, you gave me a proper get out of jail.
Get out card.
Yeah.
All right then, Shani. We got for us.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Right there.
Yeah, hello. I don't know. I just thought I'd just jump on in it, and then instantly regretted it. I was like, oh.
Why? But you said you was in a sad mood today, so hopefully being on the panel might cheer you up and cheer us up as well.
I believe she said sad clown, and then it turned into fluffy clown.
Yeah, I'm still at fluffy clown.
Yeah,
fluffy clown who lost a few feathers.
Oh.
Basically, you're a clown.
Basically, yeah.
Cool.
that's what it boils down to. And I don't have a topic. I mean, I'd come on and I like talk about cookies. If anyone wants to talk about different types of cookies. No, I'm joking. I don't have a topic. Sorry, guys, but I just came here to.
Yeah, same, really. Yeah, same.
Participate in whatever what you guys are talking about. That's really it. What's going on? What's back chat? Sarah Trill. Sarah saying do back chat.
Oh yeah, it's got a whole new cast, isn't it? They're like all the younger. Younger lot.
No, hold on a second. No, no, I refuse. I refuse. If we're going to do Backchat, we may as well watch and what's it called? How can I not remember the name?
Blue Therapy.
What's the thing called? No, Jedi's thing.
Oh,
what's it called? Speakonomics.
Speakonomics.
No. It's not. Backchat will do. But I don't know if you know.
All right. She's just trying to promote your thing, innit? But yeah.
Been asked you for ages if the ladies can like watch the lady Speakonomics, but it's fine.
You got to share.
Never
button.
get what I want.
What?
Never get what I want.
You laughing like Jupiter a lot lately, you know?
I'm in spoiled brat mode today.
Has the sun made you funny?
Something's made me funny.
So I watched Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh, I like Godzilla.
Yeah. Godzilla.
But I never watched it versus Kong. I'm not interested in King Kong, to be honest with you.
I like Kong. He's cute.
I'm just not interested. Anything dinosaur related, I'm there. But
is that what he is? Is that what it? I don't actually know.
He's a dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
Godzilla. He's a dinosaur. I love him. And he's actually a female and laid loads of eggs.
I've heard theories that dinosaurs didn't exist. I'm just going to drop that bomb. I've got no evidence or facts. I've got no evidence. I've got no facts. I'm just going to drop that bomb there.
Yeah, so because you don't have any evidence or facts, we're just going to skip past that, okay, Snits?
Don't cast it away. I'm backing you, Sneets. I'm backing you.
Thanks. Yeah, but you can't back me because I've got no actual evidence. People are going to be waiting and tapping their
Okay,
feet.
but can anyone provide any evidence that they did exist?
Yeah. Loads.
Which is Shani?
I've got a whole bank of it, but someone's just calling me right now, so I've got to take this phone call in it. But when we have this conversation again, I'm going to bring you the evidence. Anyway, can I just say, do you guys know what came first, the chicken or the egg?
The egg. I don't know. That's my guess. I'm saying the egg.
Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat? Because it's been solved. It's been solved.
It was the chicken.
Someone saying you mean big chicken.
Yeah, no, I saw that and I was like, oh, that's what reminded me of it. It's been solved.
I remember watching a documentary. What was it? I think it was Horizon, you know. And they were talking about how they had found remnants of dinosaur DNA in the middle of this bone. And to get it out, they had... Oh, what did they do? They were basically talking about how, oh, yes, we may be a step closer to resurrecting these giant beasts. And I was
Elon Musk wants to do that. Elon Musk wants to do that. He mentioned the other day that he wants to actually create dinosaurs. But the thing is, how they made dinosaurs in the dinosaur movies, or like the concept of what they were doing, was just using other like DNA from other animals and reptiles and stuff.
They were also saying that its closest living relative is the chicken, because they dipped these two bones in acid and stripped away the calcium and made it all bendy bones. And then I can't remember what happened. It was a long time ago. But yeah.
They said that they're covered in feathers as well. But you know, I don't believe that. I don't know. I don't believe anything. I just believe that they're real. And I'm happy to believe they're real. Yeah. That's how I feel about it. I don't even want to discuss it any further, basically. What came first was the chicken, by the way. And the reason why the chicken came first is because there's some sort of like the shell of an egg. The shell of an egg needs a process to happen for it to be that shell, but that can only happen inside of a chicken.
Is it kind of like oysters, and when they get a bit of like sand stuck in their soft meaty parts, it calcifies it so it doesn't damage its interior? It sounds like it's a car. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think it's just like the natural process that happens in the chicken's body, just like how when women get pregnant, we get the lining of the womb, which is the sac, but they get a shell.
The shell.
Yeah.
But you need a chicken for that to happen.
Mm.
So the chicken came
I've
first.
always said this, like, even when it comes down to the incubation and stuff, like, how would that have happened without a chicken? So the egg could have never been here before the chicken.
Oh, true.
Why is the Madonna son on the screen?
Because he decided to wear a dress today. What I find quite strange was only a year ago, maybe not to the same date, but the same time, he was doing a dance for George Floyd. Remember? So is it like every year we're going to get some of Madonna's adopted son?
Was it the Michael Jackson dance that he did?
Yeah, when it was like for Black Lives Matter and George Floyd. Like,
But you feel like this is sometimes their way of sort of controlling what gets put out there in the media when it comes to their kids. So they release things every so often so that people ain't sort of like, you know, chasing them down and stuff. She might have one of them privacy orders or something on the kids, innit?
But can I just ask a question? I want to know why he's wearing a dress and he's not just wearing like a male clothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, why is it a dress that he's wearing?
And how old is he?
He must be like
Oh, teenage. Wow. Do you know what? Like, my instinctive answer would be because this is what he's seen on all the award ceremonies recently, and this is what he's seen within the celebrity lifestyle is men.
It's the
men
agenda.
wearing
the agenda, man.
Yeah, but who's showcasing that agenda? That kind of been showcased all over media and these stupid shows. As I said, I didn't see one man on the Brit Awards last week that wasn't dressed in women's clothing or at least wearing makeup and nail varnish.
She's a witch. She's a witch, man. She's a witch. They've been this, man. The programming is real. All of them, man. All of them with their adopted kids are they all trans? Come on, man. What the hell? All of them.
Yeah, there's been too many of them who've transitioned. Like,
come on, man.
Wasn't it Charlize Theron's son as
all
well?
Of them.
All of them.
So many of them. Too many of them.
Give me.
All of them.
These blonde witches. So blonde.
It's crazy, actually. Like, I think so. If we were to put any celebrity out of a bag right now, like older celebrity, and then pull up their kids, we probably would discover that they're either like trans, gay, or lesbian,
or they've mysteriously died. Mike Tyson, or who was that other one?
All of them.
John.
All of
them.
Wait, so Mike Tyson's TV fell on his daughter. Is that what happened?
No, she died on a treadmill or something. It was John Travolta. That was it. His son died as well, apparently.
What was the TV? Some TV fell on a child.
Some what?
A TV. I thought it was a TV.
No, she was on a treadmill. I remember reading about this, and I found it so horrifying. And I was like, "Oh my god, that's so sad. Poor Mike Tyson." But
how did you die on a treadmill?
I think she got caught up in it or something like that. I think.
Let's see.
Yeah.
While playing, the 4-year-old, after an accident in which she became tangled in a cord as she played on a treadmill.
Air quotes.
Shit, 4 years old.
So what?
It's not like saying that accidents can happen.
What's a Peloton?
It's a tangled up in a cord.
Why does it just say something about woman on it? Or what was it saying?
Oh, what?
It's got some kind of writing on it. Some spell on it, man. Look at this woman, man. Who is this Chinese chick?
She's got the same plastic, the surgeon.
Oh
as,
my god!
Kim.
Look how she fits in the youths.
What the hell? I don't
Is that
know.
one of her kids?
What pose is this? She's literally doing it on purpose.
What pose is it?
Yeah, she's having a fucking laugh. She's literally in your face, like, ha ha. This is straight out of like Roald Dahl's Witches. What pose is this?
Stop saying that.
Vogue.
Is this a charity event or is this a family? What's going
What
on?
is this, bro?
It's the family.
It's her collection.
Richie.
It's a
and all
collection,
that
bro.
from around the world.
Why is her white son not trans, Rocco?
What? Who's
So
trans?
why is her white son not trans? I mean, like, why is he not gay or weird and doing weird shit?
Who says he's not?
Yeah, who says he's not?
Or publicly, I mean.
Yeah, give him time. Give him
His
time.
dad's a director, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's probably a little victim.
What about
Do you know what I
laws?
always wonder? Do you know what I always wonder? I wonder if these celebrities' kids are subjected to the same. Okay, this might sound silly. All of them. But
Yeah, all of them.
all of them. Yeah, but I wonder if that like North and Blue Ivy and whatever undergo the same abuse that these kids who they extract, I don't know, adrenochrome or whatever, but obviously not to that degree. I wonder if they go through it themselves.
Of course they do. I think they do. There's a rumor that they
Yeah.
do. So
Like to that same extent, though.
I mean, some might not even see the light of day. Do you know how many of them do have children of color and things?
Yeah,
from
she's
other
got
parts
4 of
around the
them.
world?
I'm on about
I mean,
for the ones
Madonna's
that you can
just
see
one.
in the public eye.
Yeah,
Like,
but Madonna's the obvious one. But you know, the other celebrities who have black children and you know don't even have black partners, but yeah, they're just collecting. Madonna
thinking,
is the
like, the
founding
biggest
mother,
ones.
and Angelina
Talking about
Jolie and
Nicki
that.
and
Yeah,
Cardi
yeah.
and them lots kids. I reckon to a degree there's probably some kind of rituals that they at least witness. But
Yeah, I mean,
think
these are
that, like
human
you say,
slaves
like, they
living.
could be having kids that we don't know about and using them to facilitate the shit that they want to do, and then keep the 1 or 2 to put in the public eye to say,
Right.
yeah, look, this is what I've got.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering because
But
obviously
she's
they're
not the
they
only
don't
one.
look
She's
damaged.
just
They
the
look like
founder.
normal or whatever, like normal
Yeah.
kids.
She's the founder of this type of situation, going to governments, paying 5 million to take a child away. Like it's well documented in it. But everyone else is on the quiet. You know, your what's his name? Your Wolverine guy. He's got one.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman. There's a few. There's so many.
You
like,
know who recently joined the party?
even a Kill Bill woman or whichever
Yeah,
one. She's
Uma
got
Thurman.
one. She's got one. Like everyone's just taking the piece.
Uma Thurman's one's trans as well, isn't it?
Oh,
I don't know.
because Jeds, when I was looking it up, I was just looking at how many of them had children of color or children that they bought, basically, and it was enough of them. Enough.
Yeah.
Like the top 10 was like Izaj. Obviously, Madonna's going to be up there, but the rest, I was so surprised. I was like, "Rah, I didn't even know." But what the fuck?
Naomi Campbell even had a baby recently, but
Oh,
I think she had a surrogate.
there's so many though. There's so many.
How
There's
old
so
is
many.
Naomi Campbell?
Sandra Bullock's got one.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, that was it.
Michael
Sandra Bullock
Jackson
as well.
impression.
Nicole
Wow,
Kidman.
are you
There's so many.
just
I was
playing
just so
catch
shocked.
up?
You know, it was like a newspaper thing online. It was one of them newspaper ones giving you the top 10 celebrities who've got children from, you know what I mean, other places and
Surrogate
especially children of
mothers.
color.
Yeah, didn't Kim Kardashian do that as well?
So, can we go to deeper levels? Sorry to interrupt. Can we look at no, 1 sec. I can't remember who they like. It's all the same to me.
Josephine Baker, okay.
Sarah got the right word.
Adrenochrome.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt. You see
Can you
that
just speak quietly, please?
Isn't
there might be loads.
Loud on the just think in your head, bro.
Who?
Facts. You're like,
Thanks, Ellie. Thanks. I was thinking, but I didn't say it. You know, what's irritating me? It's like white noise back in the day, innit?
Hey, thank you. Don't chat about white noise.
Yeah, don't talk about white noise before it comes
It's like
back.
white noise, man.
Notice it's been on leave for a while. Let it stay there.
Come on, man. It's different settings, man. It's different settings. I know what it is. You get me? Cheese. So yeah,
I said to God.
Mm.
Yeah, you had
Yeah, people got kids like white noise, man. Mad thing. There's black noise, obviously. But all this trans stuff I never knew about, you know, like it's advanced a couple years on
Hugh
now.
Jackman. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Go on.
Did Hugh Jackman do it? Is it Hugh Jackman?
Yes. Hugh Jackman. Yeah.
But why
Uma Thurman and this one. There's so many. Like I just saw it. I was in shock, Shani. I was just like, raw. Okay. But obviously these youths have secret lives. They're going college. They're doing whatever and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? As part of the family. But then this adrenochrome only just came the other day. Do you get it? So the concept.
Why they got to
Who's that? Oh no. Who's that? Is that
Emma
I know who that. So who's that guy with her?
With who? Her child.
Child soldier from Rwanda. Adopted son.
God.
Our adopted son. Fuck's sake! I told you, man. Man, are coming like designer handbag in that.
Yeah, like so. What's the idea behind this? Because, like,
you know what the idea is, man.
Just,
long life.
No, but okay. What are they portraying? What are they trying to portray by adopting these children? Is
anti-racism? I don't know what they mean, but it's just
they wouldn't let me have a black child in the UK, so I went to Rwanda instead.
No, if Madonna did it first, you get it. If she's the founder, like to do this kind of thing, you know what I mean? There's no surprise that over the years, other celebrities have joined in it. When the Haiti thing happened, remember the earthquake in Haiti? And there were Europeans going out there kidnapping children, taking children away. Like, yeah. You've been in a disaster.
You know about Tom Cruise?
No.
Yeah.
And Scientology stuff.
We just break down. First of all,
look at this. Who's
what's
that?
the worst thing about this? Is it the
Who's
fact
that? Who's that? Tunde Cruz. Like, what's going on? Adrena Cruz. Oh, Adrena Cruz.
Don't, Matthew. You could probably.
Look, he ain't got black wife
that,
though,
you know?
man. Why has he got black child and there's no black wife?
Oh, it was Nicole Kidman and him together.
That created that.
They're adopted.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're together.
Phew.
I don't know what's wrong. Is the issue that they're?
Oh no! Look! What's the hat she's wearing? Why is she wearing that hat?
Because she's dressed up as the Toy Story character.
Yeah,
by the looks of it.
Toy Story.
Jesse and Buzz.
Yeah.
So what's the issue? Is it because
say Wendy?
Black? Would it be much of an issue if the children they adopted were from white countries? Like
yeah. Why not? Yeah. There's many kids in America who need families and need parents.
That's what I was
you don't need to go Africa or South America or wherever.
Exactly. And then there's the fact that you're taking them away from like their whole culture and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And then you're bringing them up in a whole different way of life, like completely different way of life.
But if you're rich, and you can actually rescue
that woman, soldier. Oh, look at this. Look.
Do you know what?
So if you're but Shani, 1 second to answer that. If you're rich, why aren't you building a school or something out there to help that whole community rather than taking one child away from that community and leaving the rest of them there to suffer?
Look at this. Look.
They're not interested in
mommy, I'm
anyone's
happy.
betterment. They're not interested in their betterment.
Your mom makes.
You know, this is a little girl, right?
Spirit cooking. Yeah.
There's a little
Spirit
girl.
cooking.
That's Angelina Jolie's. Oh no, that is a little girl. I'm sure she.
This
I
is
remember.
Spirit cooking.
Yeah. There's a little girl that dresses like a little boy.
Shiloh.
That's
like daddy.
Not her. Oh yeah. That's.
You mean like
their
Dad
own
Pitt?
daughter. Yeah.
You mean like Dad Pitt?
Do you reckon they adopt
Dad
go
or
to
Mum
these
Pitt?
countries to adopt these kids because they've got like stronger genes to contribute to their
I don't even
immortality?
think they care about that, man. I think. Well, yeah.
Do you think that's not a big factor?
It's
Because
just-
it's always black kids that they're always adopting. For what reason? They must have stronger genes.
It's not
like
even
something-
that, man. When you're using your
What is it
rituals,
then?
What's the
it's
other one?
of colour.
Is it Angelina
People of colour,
Jolie or whatever?
and more-
Didn't she adopt a few as well?
Yeah, if you got melanin, it seems like in certain rituals and ceremonies, these things are definitely important. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But adrenochrome, I mean, just being around children alone draws a different type of energy that keeps people youthful. This is a known fact. So to have kids and be around your kids, you won't get old as quickly for some reason.
Yeah, I
You
hear
know what I'm
that.
saying? So even that's on the exterior. That's not taking blood. That's just being around them.
Yeah, they've got pure energy in it.
Right,
It's just
right,
it's more unadulterated.
Yeah, youthful,
That's it.
vibrant. The energy that creates very quickly. You know, it's a different type of
Yeah,
energy.
it's the
that makes you
closest thing
walk.
to like that pure energy,
Mm.
isn't it? Like
How do you
from
feel
source.
about how do you feel about British people, just normal average British white people adopting black children in Britain?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a
But there's-
travesty when they're the majority. So then they would have the majority children in care and all sorts, and they still choose from other races. I think it's a bit not fair on the child. Do you get it? Like I think everybody should adopt their own, and it would help a situation much better.
But
In a
I think-
sense, because
but I hear what you're saying. But Mary Jen, you're a white mother to mixed children, right? How is you being white affecting your children not being fair to them? Even though you birthed them, do you see what I'm saying? It's kind of like you can still be a great mum and be from a different ethnicity to your child, or have different skin tone to your child. Doesn't mean
Okay, but
yeah, but you're
I
the
would
mother.
say
Your
that-
child is your child.
But the thing is, right, so in my situation,
You have a predominant
obviously, to a degree, I learned a bit about their dad's culture and stuff when we were together, and I've always made sure that they're aware of certain things, and then they're in touch with, and obviously they live in London, so it's not hard for them to be in touch with, you know, that side of their culture and members of their dad's family and stuff like that. So, like, I'd say that's what I can offer to them, even if their dad's not around. So in that situation, if I was to adopt a mixed race child, let's say, I could give them the white side from myself and the knowledge of the black side from what I know.
From what you know.
But if like you've had no experience of what a particular culture is, be that African or Caribbean or something, then to
unfair.
adopt a child from there and not have any support or anything around that, I don't think it would be. So as an example, one of my friends, she's black and she's adopted, I say a white child, she's got, I think, let's say her mix is like 1/8 black and 7/8 white, right? So you can kind of see that she's not fully white, but to look at her instantly and say she's white. And part of the case for my friend adopting her was to actually say, look, I've got white friends and I've got support around, and we've got people from different cultures who are going to be able to help to like enrich this child's life growing up. So it's not going to be like black dominated. She is going to be able to embrace her white culture and heritage as well. And, you know, like they phoned me up like, oh, what's your connection? Da, 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 da. We spoke a little bit, whatever. So that was all part of their assessment for her to adopt that child.
Right. For her to get a white child, or a mixed heritage child. What?
Mixed heritage.
But but
technically mixed heritage. But to look at her, you would just think.
But that's the thing. That's why I'm kind of like just normal English people. I'm talking about England here, yeah, right. But I'm just talking about normal white people that adopt black children. I don't know if I have a problem. I'm not sure if I have a problem with it, but I also think it's a bit strange. So I see that what you're saying, Maku, like there's a majority country, England, for instance, so the majority of children in care are going to be white, you'd imagine. So why not adopt a white child? But then I just feel like if you're going to adopt a child and it doesn't really matter where they're from, like you're just trying to give a child.
I don't think you get the option
that's the
unless
current-
you're
I
super
think-
rich anyway. Do you?
Sorry, that's the current system, innit? Shani, what you're explaining, and I'm saying I think that's very flawed. It seemed to work to a certain extent where they've kind of, if you're ethnic, try to find ethnic people to place you, foster, you know what I mean, families with. But is there enough? And is it? Do you get me? Is it sensible to take a child straight out the ghetto and then take him to Devon? Do you get me, to a family in Devon? Like, how does that work? Is it fair on the child? Is it fair on them to know what to do? Because I've been approached by English woman who worked at the bank, for example. She wanted to know she's got a mixed race grandchild, and she wanted to know what to put in the hair.
Yeah, I've had those.
I was just like, no, go and get the pink mousse, mate. Yeah, write it down. She wrote it down and everything. She was so grateful.
But Michael,
Moisturizer. Oh, that's
Michael, what are we saying then? We leave them in the foster system just because the parents are white? I mean, it's obviously if you're adopting, you're gonna love whatever child is coming into your care, and the foster system is ropey as fuck, man.
No,
I
but
think,
I'm saying
I think, yeah, but the foster and the adoption thing is different. So when it comes to fostering, I think they do have a criteria where they try to match the child's
better
background, as much as possible. But obviously, in that situation where, let's say, a child has just been taken in police protection or whatever, and it says a black child, and they don't have a black family available that night, it could be a thing of, well, yeah, you're going to end up with the Greek family or the Irish family down the road.
Yeah.
And if they feel that placement is going well and no one's really arguing to say, oh, no, that child needs to be with a black family, then they will leave it there. But if, let's say, the mom or dad is like, no, we need them to be with like people that they can recognize the culture, then, you know, they might look into it. And obviously, depending on the social worker and stuff, they might change it up and they might put it in a placement that's better suited to the child's needs and backgrounds, but not always. And the same when it comes to adoption. But I feel like what's happened over the years is it has changed, because the fact that gay people can adopt now, well, just says that, oh, if you're going to let gay people adopt children, and how can we sit here and talk about black, white, or other when it comes to adopting children?
Well, that came under the guise of, you know, like the Father for Justice thing, and the laws that changed on that. Now that fathers can see their children regardless, it's required by law that, you know, that was brought in because of the gays, to be honest. Do you get it? To give them that facility to be able to foster and adopt without any, you know, legal framework to adopt them.
The scene as well. Sorry, Mackie. The scene as
so
well.
So the thing is, like I've said this before on the stream before, my ultimate goal in life, career-wise or whatever, would be to build a children's home, and to have a children's home for, like, obviously people in care and foster care. But I do feel like I think I would want it to be operated where we would get the closest match as possible ethnicity-wise, you know, and background. However, it's just like if you love, I mean, I don't know, like there's just so many kids to be looked after.
Yeah, like how can you do that, Shani, in the sense of, even so you're talking about having a home where you got like multiple children staying in one place with 24-hour supervision, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you've got 12 rooms or something, and you need to have at least one person there per child, I believe. So you're going to have that many staff on every time you've got that many kids there. Can you guarantee that you can cover every nation, every culture, every nationality, every religion at all times of the day? Do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. And
unless you've got super funding or a super millionaire funder to give you that money, then it's not realistic, unfortunately.
To be honest,
who's setting the parameters? Are these people? Are these even people that we can say are everyday people like ourselves? I doubt it. I very much doubt it. That the policies and the ideals and how they think things should go, or decisions being made by people who have no clue of what even common folk, on how common folk live.
And I think when it comes to decisions, sorry, Shani, I was just going to say, when it comes to decisions, it's a whole different ballgame. But I think what Shani's talking about, and I'm sure she'll correct me if I'm wrong, is you know, being the care provider. And I think what Shani mentioned before was that she would be the manager, and therefore she'd be recruiting the staff and stuff that would come in and look after the children.
Yeah, so I would be the operator of everything. Just make it like there would be a manager and stuff like that would do all that, but I would just want to own the company and have like my say and my rules put in there. But to be honest with you, it wouldn't be in the UK. I was looking more on Tunisia because that's where I was going
to say it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work here as in independence. Like it could be very successful with it, but you would still be.
You still have to operate under their guidelines.
Yeah, under their guidelines and all that.
But you can have an independent care home and just be available to the local authority as a placement. So
Yeah.
you can still give, like, it's just like even an old people's care home, you could be funded by the NHS or the government or the local authority, but you can still be given a great level of care if you're good people, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think the things that we're talking about would be in place as well in Tunisia, because the majority of people are going to be Tunisian. The majority are going to have like the same religion. So when somebody's coming to adopt, I doubt that it would be.
Hold on, do they have that there though, or no?
No, so the adoption, I don't think is like really much that happens. I don't think there's adoption. I think there just has the care homes. Do you know what I mean? I think there's just an orphanage, and I don't think the kids really get rehomed. I think they grow up in an orphanage.
Right.
Oh, like them Catholic ones.
Yeah. Wait.
The Catholic ones where they kept the orphans.
I mean, we don't have
in an orphanage for life rather than actually adopt them out.
Yes. Okay.
This is how we talk about servitude and stuff like that, and having servants in the house and living and part of the family, because we don't have such a system of fostering and all of that type of stuff. You know what I mean? We just take care of each other in that sense. You know what I mean? You can find a child who's lost his parents or abandoned on the street and then take them in, send them to school. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they've got chores or they've got work that they do, they know. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows like their situation, but they're still held as part of the family. You know what I mean? They go college, they thing. And obviously where I'm from, the level of your servants actually reflects on your character and your status as a person. So imagine you've got a couple of servants who live and grew in your house, and they've done their masters. Do you get it? They've been to uni, they've been to thing. Like, you're proud as the household owner to say such things. You get it? Especially knowing where they come from.
Getting an education.
Yeah.
It's a job, isn't it? They're getting a house board. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. I don't know if they get a wage as well, but they get house and board, fed and whatever.
Yes, they get wage. They get wage. I mean,
it's better than being your child, then, isn't it? Because to be honest,
in a sense, they are. I mean, in a sense, they are. I mean, they're part of the family, as we say. Like, even when we take family photos, they're all involved. To get me. I'm like, who's that? Who's that? They're like, no, they're the servants in the house. They've grown up with us. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah, type thing. So they've got to be in the picture. I was like, okay, cool, no problem. So I see the system there is slightly different, because we don't have that one old people's home.
Yeah.
Because grandma gets looked after. It doesn't matter if she go and die in the house with us. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Where someone's gonna look after her, whether it's in the house or in the compound or in the village or wherever she's living. But we don't do that. Putting people away and just forgetting about them.
It's such a weird concept, really, isn't it? Like, I was talking to Mum about it the other day. When you just think about it, like, your parents get old, so you're just like, all right, well, I can't look after you now, so someone else will. And you just put them in home. It's crazy.
There used to be a thing in Britain where it was like, when you got to like 60 or something, the kids start getting brochures.
Yeah.
Now they're taking you brochures and talking about, what do you think about this place?
See, the thing is, my grandmother, she has always looked, this is my dad's mum, she has always looked after all the kids, like bloody 1,000 grandchildren she has or something. But she always grandma's house, always looked after the kids. Now she's in her 80s, she must be about 88 or something. And in the last 5 years, they've put her into supported living. So she used to have a house, but then she sold the house, divided the money up between her children and grandchildren, whatever. And then they've used that money as well to get her a house in a, she's got her own little place, little bungalow.
Yeah.
You know?
My aunt's got the same thing, yep.
Yeah, so she's got her independence still, but there's still like 24-hour people that live in the same kind of culture. Yeah. And I feel,
I've seen them.
You know, it's good because she's not in a home. She does have support, and her family can still, you know, continue to get on with it. But to be honest with you, they're all there anyway. It's grandma's house. Do you know what I mean? So there's at least one grandchild or son or cousin or whatever that's there a day anyway. So she's not alone. But she also has like the facilities to pull a bell or ring a buzzer if she's in need. So
what I like about them places is the social aspect. So if they haven't got, you know, friends and family around, or even family that doesn't come as often, there's other people that they live with, and they got their little communal area and stuff, and they do little, you know, knitting classes together or play poker or whatever they do, you know.
And that's better than being stuck in a care home in a room and stuff. I just feel like I feel like it's just because they're old doesn't mean they don't need the independence. Do you know what I mean?
But I feel like those care homes are sometimes when they need a certain level of care that people are simply not willing to give them. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Like fed every day, made sure that they're getting their pills and all that. That's mad. Like, and I don't know how your mum, like, I could never imagine putting my mum into a care home like that if she ever, God forbid, got in a state, like, got old like that.
All right, so let's say that your mum did, God forbid, but let's say your mum is in a state where she needs some help during the day, right? And let's say for whatever reason, job commitments, etc., you're not able to fulfill that 24/7, right?
Yeah.
What would you do? Would you
Get
a carer to come round?
Carer. But the thing is, initially, we're going to have to do everything we possibly can so it would be that we live in the same house together. That's giving up my house and going to live in hers, or, you know, putting money to one. We have to do something like that, first of all. Second of all, if I needed to, I probably would just go off and be my mum's carer, because you can still get paid to do that. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's no other job in the world that's more important than looking after your parents if they're in that. You know what I mean? I can't imagine doing a 9 to 5, coming home and knowing that somebody else has done a 9 to 5 looking after my mum. Like,
I've done it already, Shani. I spoke about this before my dad had his accident. I had to be his carer, and I actually it got to the point where I had to give up my job just to be able to cope with all the demands that I had in life. So, you know, I don't regret it, because I'm glad that I've left that particular job and I'm doing what I'm doing. But it just, you know, goes to show that at any point it happens. And when it happens, it's like, I didn't think twice about it. It was just like automatically, who else was going to do it? Like, I'm the oldest in the family, so automatically, like, it's me that's got to take on certain responsibilities.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a sacrifice as well. Like, you would have to weigh up, you know what, like, do I want my freedom? Do I want to be doing this, or am I going to look after my parent? Do you know what I mean? Like, I always think it would always fall down to looking after the parent, because you're never going to regret looking after them. You'll always regret not. That's how I see it.
I think as well, for me, like, my dad had the option of having a carer come round, and he was quite, like, my dad's quite proud. So he's like, I don't need a carer. I don't want anyone coming around. And when they were coming around, he was lying to them like, no, I'm fine. I can do it all myself. And I'm just sitting there thinking, really, Dad? Like, just a little bit of help might be good. Like, just to get them to, I don't know, put a couple of extra handles and bars and stuff in the house so he could, like, get around easier. Do you know what I mean? But he was so stubborn. And so I feel like in situations like that, if I hadn't have stepped in, he would have been suffering because he was too proud to take help from a stranger. And that's the thing, is like they have some pride and dignity that they're trying to hold on to, and they're getting older as well. And who are we to take that right away from them?
Yeah, no, I hear that. I also think if anyone's listening to the stream and their parents, you know, are living in a home or whatever, blah, blah, like, I do feel like, obviously, there's loads of different reasons as to why, you know, and I think we're just covering the basic, you know, 2-option reasons, like either leave your work or don't. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't think we're covering every single scenario, which means that your parent will need to go in a home. So
I love that. African Goddess said, my grandma lived to be 105 and never went to a home, lived her life in the house she bought and raised her children in, period. I love that.
And
that's also, I've never seen any of my grandparents or great aunties, uncles, none of them. I've not known any of them to be in a home. They've all died at home.
Exactly. It's a very British thing. It's not. Yeah, a lot of people coming from a lot of even other parts of Europe don't even know what this is about. It's a new experience. You get it?
One of my aunties did die in a home, but she had cancer, and I think it was like a hospice or one of them places. Yeah. But like, she was obviously quite bad towards the end, and she did need a lot of care. But they got money, so I know she had the best possible care that money could buy. And I know she was surrounded by family, because I remember being told that they were because there's the traveller side in it. So they were all complaining, oh, there's too many of you here at once. Blah, but you can imagine they're rocking up in their dozens to go in and see her.
Yeah, we've had a couple of friends, of young age, under 40, who've passed away and had those circumstances. You know, like the first some of us are finding out is when they're in the hospice. And we're like, whoa, you're in the hospice? Oh, man, that doesn't bode well. Because what we're used to is elderly people or people who have serious health conditions. Once they get into the hospice, we know it's that time to check out. Or
yeah, hospice is final days.
But now it's young people. To the big C, it doesn't care about age. It's age. You know what I mean? How it grabs people. It's terrible, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
now for real, children, teenagers, the whole lot.
Yeah. You know, and I would say, like, when I've realized it, I start to think of my experiences of death and losing people was been from quite a young age. Might not have been family straight away, but it'd be like my good friend, for example, died at 15 from asthma attack.
Oh, yeah.
Play football every day, and you know, healthy guy, like, you know, and he's gone now. When I think about it, it's like, rah, that's from 15, 16 years old. I was already comfortable in the fact that my friend is gone, and you just get on with it. Do you get it?
Yeah. See, for me, it was like the age of 11. Both my grandparents died 4 days apart. So my granddad on my dad's side died on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Got buried cremated, on Wednesday. And then that night, my grandma on my mum's side passed away. So like the next morning, after like being at a funeral with my granddad, like the next morning I wake up to find out, oh, your nana's dead. It's like, oh shit. So yeah, from that age, like those ones affected me because they were my two favorite grandparents, and I was lost without them. And then I had a couple of friends die around like 14, 15, hit by a bus in a robbed car, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So,
and then in the teens, a few as well, you know, as you say, car crash, you know, some incidents that maybe shouldn't have happened or whatever, but they happened, in it, and like you just lose people who, like, you used to spend a lot of time with, like, wow, they're just not here no more. And all you've got is their relatives. You were saying like younger brother or something. You're looking at them, you're like, yo, I remember.
You know what though?
Yeah.
I was speaking to my son about this yesterday, and I was telling him like the deaths that I'd seen as a child, and then he was talking about the ones that he's seen, and every single one that he's seen has all been like stabbing, or do you know what I mean? Like, or the people that he's lost, not necessarily that he's seen them, but the deaths that he's been aware of. You know, they've been young, but it's all been through some kind of like knife crime, gang crime, whatever you want to call it, you know?
Yeah.
Shit that's happening out on the street.
Yeah, we had a couple of those, but that's as we got older and we realized that, whoa, the generational thing, you know, like on an estate where you live, we managed to go a couple generations and not have that situation where one of them got stabbed, and you know what I mean? We all have to come together and but it did happen. One got shot in the head, you know what I mean? Survived, lived a year, and then died. Do you get it? So it was like raw. And then we had to look around at their age group, us the elders of all age ethnicities, on our estate. You know what I mean? Looking at each other like, raw, we did well. Because looking around, most of us are still here. And we're at a situation where it's one of us. We can clearly put up one hand and say one finger and say, look, we've only lost one. But then later on, we got one whose younger brother who committed suicide. Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, as we're going on, we're starting to get more as the generations. So we've left the estate. You know, I'm a big man now. I've got my own family and all of that, and I'm still hearing, oh, you know, so and so's little brother. Yeah, he's gay. Okay, cool. Oh, now he's committed suicide. You're like, what? What happened? Do you get it? Like, it's just different now. Like, it's mad. You know what I mean? But we're still getting it. And then we started to get other ones where it was like, we had a 14-year-old girl die of an asthma attack. That one hurt. Do you get it? Because, you know, she hasn't lived her life. Do you know what I'm saying? That one will hurt.
Like when you
ooh.
said that a minute ago, I remembered my best friend's cousin having an asthma attack, and luckily he survived. But I never forget the noises that I was hearing and the fear that I felt that day. Like it came back to me just as you mentioned asthma attack. Like I haven't thought about that for years, but I'll never forget like the way he was trying to scream but couldn't breathe, and that was a madness.
Yeah, this one was like the dad was taking the daughter to school. She was having an attack, and by the time he turned the car around, to change direction to rather go from the school to the hospital, she passed away already. Like what? Wow. And the parent they had like 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? But like only one girl. Yeah. So the one daughter they had, you know what I mean, and she was a good representation. You know, like she was the girl that I wanted my daughter to look up to. She had 2 girls of the same age. You know what I mean? My 2 friends' children. Do you know what I'm saying? Of the same age, and I was like,
it makes
was
my
like
heart
naughty.
heavy when you think of like young kids passing away. It
Yeah,
makes
man,
my
that
heart
was
feel
a
so
disaster,
heavy.
man. Travesty. Because it's all school kids coming to the thing, teachers, everybody is like
Don't
add to it.
It's like 2 of my cousins, my same auntie that passed away. 2 of her kids. It's mad. Like I feel like the families just had, you know, when certain families just have a bad run of luck.
Right.
Like they've had it good, they've got it good, they got money, this, that, whatever. But when it comes to death in the family, there's just been so many tragedies from, you know, the mom dying from cancer. Okay, that's bad enough. But then my cousin lost her son. I was speaking about a few weeks ago in a swimming pool accident, one of them wavy swimming pools where they have the waves and whatever, and the little boy drowned. He was only like 3 or 4 at the time.
Yeah.
And then like a year later, her brother's daughter died. She was only 4 or 5, maybe 6. I can't remember exactly. But she was playing out. So they live in like out in the country, big house in the fields, loads of like horses and gates and what around. And the kids were playing, and the little one was on the gate, like big metal gate, and the gate fell down on top of her and crushed her, and she died.
Wow.
And I remember that funeral. They'd done the whole what was that Disney thing, the princess, Frozen. Was that
Right,
it?
right,
Frozen,
right,
the Let It Go.
right.
Yeah. Because the little girl must have been like into that at the time.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
I remember they had all these offers from people. Like I think that the coffin was given to them, and it was specially made with the princess thing on it. They had a couple of princesses who would go to like birthday parties and stuff like that. Like, if you want us to come, it was so sad, but like as beautiful as it was, the balloons, everything, the whole ceremony that they'd done, can't take away the fact that this beautiful young little girl, her life was just taken away. And it breaks my heart.
It was a lot. That one hurt me still. I won't gonna lie, because obviously I know her, and it hadn't been long since I'd been round, and she was standing like up to my shoulder and that. And I'm like, wow, little baby girl, like, yo, look at you now, you're a big woman in it. You know what I'm saying?
Just
and then
started out in life.
Yeah,
and all of
I was
that.
so proud of her. Like I was like, oh, well done. And then boom, next thing, she gone. I was like, no way. But I was there not so long ago, you know. I held her under my arm, like, you know, Uncle Mike's and that. Like, yo, what's going on? But it happens, bro. It happens, sis, man. It's like, it's mad. I got friends. I just on the weekend I went to one of them drive-through comedies. But it was my cousin invited me, right? And his best friend, he just lost his older brother and his dad from COVID. Get it? So, but what had happened is like last year Christmas, around Christmas before the second lockdown. You know, before the beginning of the second lockdown, we was in tier 4, innit? Right? So tier 4, I went to his house. We had a little party or whatever for his birthday or whatever. And after I left, I just met his friend, right? I met his friend and he gave me so much joke. He was a funny guy or whatever. So next time I spoke to my cousin, I asked for him. He was like, oh yeah, he's cool. But his brother, who I saw the same day I was doing my party. Yeah, big guy, healthy, blah blah blah. He said he just collapsed, went to hospital, boom, dead. Yeah. So I was like, no. So I leave it maybe a couple months, have a conversation with my cousin again. He's like, I'm like, how's my guy? He's like, oh boy, his mum and dad are now in hospital. Yeah.
Oh man.
Right. This is during the pandemic, isn't it? So I'm like, oh my God, no. Because as far as we know, when you go in, you just seem to come out dead. Do you get it? So
you ain't coming out.
Right. When you got both parents in there now, I'm thinking the worst. I'm keeping my fingers crossed and But turns out, pops pass away and mum gets back better, basically. You know what I mean? So I'm with him and and then we're driving and I'm like condolences and all of that. And he was like, no, bro. It just happens and rah. He explained all of it and And the way he was so cool with it, you get what I'm saying? Gave me a kind of ease, okay? Like, wow.
Yeah.
You've just been through something now. It's not like 2 years ago or something. This is during the pandemic. Why we've been on lockdown and you know what I mean? And you're so easy with life, you know what I mean? And explaining that it happens sometimes. You know what I mean? But
it's the one thing that's guaranteed in life. And that's it. You kind of do. Like, I think, because I got to the point where I felt like, oh, death is a thing that I've experienced so many times. I'm good with it. I can cope with it. But then I think was when my stepmom passed, that one really hit me. That one hit me bad. And I think it was a mad experience because I think it was not just to do with the fact that she'd passed. I hadn't seen her. And I got warning. You know, you get that phone call to say, the doctors have said to get the family round. And
yes. I've had that one as well.
But the kids weren't able to come round. And at the time, me and the baby dad just weren't getting along. And I said to him, can you watch the kids today while I go to the hospital? Nah. And I'm vexed with him, but obviously I'm trying to hold it in because, like, you know, I know there's a situation happening. Then I got the phone call that evening. She's gone. So I'm just like, shit, I've not gotten to see her, but obviously right now I've got to be there for dad and
friendship,
little sis and the whole family. You know what I mean? But I went the next morning, I had a shift that started at 7 a.m. I thought, okay, I can't phone in sick. What I'll do is I'll go in, I'll sort out my deliveries, do the prep, do this, do that, and I'll leave early and I'll let them know I'm taking some time off. But manager at the time was an absolute prick. So I've gone in that morning on the bus, I've puked up on the bus. It's like I was drunk or something, like, you know, I was violently vomiting on the bus. I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on with me? I've gotten into the job now. I've fallen asleep on the table. Like, I'm just mashed. But I think it was the shock where I tried to just, you know, get over it and be normal and cope with it. And then the next morning when I woke up, it's just my body was just like, nah, you're in shock. Like, you need to release this or do something. Like, it was a mad experience.
Yeah.
So it kind of showed me that no matter how prepared you are for it, like, we knew that she was going. And no matter how much you've experienced it, sometimes you can't help go through that process of grief, no matter what that looks like for you. Do you know what I mean? We all have a way of coping with it and dealing with it and how it manifests itself as well. But yeah, that was mad.
Yeah, I remember I got the call that my uncle was in the hospital. And it was like his second time. So the first time he was in hospital, I got the call. They were like, yeah, come to the hospital. Your uncle's ill. He's sick and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? What are you lot talking about? You know where I live? I live in North London, mate. You're talking some South London stuff. You get me? Like, just relax and that. You know what I mean? So the first time thing happened, they said he was bowel cancer or whatever. And he seemed to get better or whatever. And I spent time with him during while he was supposedly better and all of that. Then I get another call. And I'm being told by my grandma to come to the hospital this time. Yeah. And I'm like, right, this is like maybe a year or a year and a half later. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll see if I can make it. Yeah. So next week, I don't hear nothing. Don't hear nothing. So I'm assuming, maybe uncle's all right. You know what I mean? Because I'm not getting a call back saying, he's gone.
That call, yeah.
Next thing I get a call from is my dad in Africa. Yeah. He phoned my sister and said, "Oh, condolences about your uncle." So what? What are you talking about condolences? What uncle? Saying I'm reading his obituary right now. Do you get what I'm saying? We're like, what? What do you mean obituary? Like, we know what obituary is, but we're saying, like, how's it? What?
How's
Who's
it got
dead?
to there and
Yeah,
bypass
like,
you? Yeah.
Is he dead? Like, dude. So my sisters had to do some ringing around and find out that he's passed away over here. They've taken him back, my uncles and aunties and my grandma, and they buried him. Yeah, in an unmarked grave and all of this type of controversy. It was like real bad. So I was really upset with them, like, obviously, because it's like my closest uncle. He's closest to my mom in age. You know what I mean? He's basically like my dad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because he brought me up. You know what I mean? Like their brother and sister combination. They married in the same house and all of that. You know what I mean? So yeah, they're very close with each other. So for my mum not to know, or for any of us not to know, was kind of a big travesty. You get it? So then comes another situation where it's now my grandma. Yeah. So my uncles phoned me this time to say, "Oh, just in case you say that we didn't tell you, yeah, your grandma's in hospital." I'm saying, "What? What do you mean grandma's in hospital?" I said, "I thank you for telling me, because you're doing a better job than you did last time." So we get into what happened last time. Do you get me? Me and my uncles arguing and blah, blah, blah. Right? So I'm saying, look, you know better, do better. Respect for at least giving me the opportunity to make a decision whether to come down there or do whatever. You get me? I'll make haste and try and come down there. But the way he's describing it to me is not as serious like when it was with my uncle. Because my grandma had never been in hospital. Do you get it? The whole of her life, she's never been in hospital. So to hear my grandma's in hospital, she's only 82 and she's healthy. She lives on her own. She trust me, there's nothing wrong with her. You know what I'm saying? As far as the last time I saw my grandma, you know what I mean? Yeah. She takes the skin off the chicken, and please do not knock the door while EastEnders is on.
Sounds like my grandma.
Yeah, she just grumpy.
My grandma
like,
was like that, like never been to the doctor.
She'll open the door. Oh, it's you.
When
Oh,
my
thanks.
grandma passed away, they all knew that she was going to go. And as I said, I've been at my granddad's funeral the day before from the other side of the family. So we was in the area. And I remember my mum saying, "Oh, should we drop in and see Nana?" And I was like, yeah, why not? And then she's like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. Should we go there the weekend anyway?"
Yeah.
Little did we know that evening, my Nana had decided to lay down on the sofa. And my Nana never lay on the sofa. She didn't even sit on the sofa, because my Nana's house, everyone had their space. My Nana's armchair was my Nana's armchair.
Right.
And she did not move from that armchair unless she was in the kitchen or in her bedroom. Simple. Like, and you didn't sit on Nana's armchair either. You know, them ones that everyone's got their own. Everything was just set in that house. But yeah, she'd lay down on the sofa, and apparently they called the doctor, and the doctor said she had a chest infection, but that night she died of a heart attack. So, boy.
But listen to this clincher of my one. So I'm out there arguing with my uncle, yeah? So we have like a 20-minute, half an hour conversation on the phone. And then I put down the phone. Well, I feel satisfied that I've put my point across, yeah? He's trying to argue his point or whatever. I'm just saying like that. All right, you've done better this time. You know what I mean? Because you lot are not responsible. I don't even know where my uncle's buried and all of that. So I was doing like side shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, side
which
shot,
I'm
man.
entitled to. Which I'm entitled to, because for me it was my favorite uncle. I don't like the circumstances that surrounded it. You know what I mean? It's very shady and very sneaky and very disingenuous. You get what I'm saying? And us being the eldest grandchildren and, you know, all of that, my mum being the eldest, I felt a little bit of, my nose was out of joint, because I always felt that we were shunned or pushed aside. You get it? And it's kind of impossible because we're the eldest. And like me and my mum's brothers and sisters are closer in age than any of my other, you know what I mean? So me, my brother and sister are closer in age to my uncles, who are much younger than my mum. Like in their 50s and, you know what I mean? All of that now.
That's what
You're
happens
the youngest one,
when
only
the
being like,
grandparents are having all like 10, 12 kids. Yeah.
yeah. So hear this now. I get a call back. Yeah, after I put down the phone, 20 minutes, boom, put out that. Oh yeah, by the way, your grandma's dead.
Oh man.
So I'm thinking, whoa, hold on 1 second. When did she die? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when did she die? Because it seems like she
When
must
you
have
two
been
was
dying
arguing on the
when we
phone.
was arguing on the
Yeah.
phone. Do you get it? He'd come outside the room and come outside the hospital. Or, yeah, he was outside the hospital talking to me on the phone. And then by the time he's gone back up and in the, yeah, she's passed. Mad. You know what I'm saying? Mad. And then it just get worse after that. It just got worse after that. We ended up in high court, family stuffs, you know, trying to carry out my grandma's wishes of being buried back home and all of that. And then the younger brothers and sisters fighting against my mom and started making up stuff about the relationship between my mom and my grandma. You know what I mean? Things beyond their station.
It does. It gets so messy, doesn't it? When the elders pass
They said
away.
we're not the worst. I'm glad. They said that the funeral director said that we're not the worst. That Greeks and Italians are probably the worst. You get what I'm saying? As in fighting over.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
Like
So I know
ending
with
up in
my nana's
the
stuff, it was
actual
a thing
grave.
of. I know one of the uncles must have went in and took a couple of like valuables, you know, like an old camera. There was an old Bible, like a big old Bible that apparently was worth like a couple of grand or whatever. He took that as well. But then the oldest uncle, he went round now and took the key off him, locked everything up. And he took possession of all like the photographs, the sentimental things, and he's always kept possession of them. He's like, if you want it, come make a copy, give me back the original. I'm the one looking after them, which is cool. He's always been open about that.
Well, that's wicked.
But when it came to the house and all of that, it just all got messy, you know, because there was one auntie that was living there and paying rent. She's like, oh no, I'm entitled to the house, but then the whole house was mashed up. One of the aunties over here wanted to move back over, and it's like, yeah, it was going to cost you this and that, and what about the money that this one put into it? And it just got so messy. And in the end, one of my cousins is living there now. They fixed the house up and it's nice and pretty, and my nana's rose bush is still at the front of the house as well, which is mad. So it's nice to see that the house is, you know, they finally got there, but it took them about 20 years from when my nana died to actually make a decision on it. And it wasn't really a decision that was made. It just kind of happened without anyone really knowing. And it's like, what are you going to do about it now?
We're in year 6, I think, now. And because of COVID, it's just messed everything up, because on 5 years we're meant to go back and do a kind of reunion or a memorial for her or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? But we did that mission successfully in the end without all the court orders holding the body and all of that, and it was crazy. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to high court and you're there with your mum, who's the eldest. Do you get it? And that costs money to hire a barrister for the day, like £1,400, and it's crazy. They didn't even have one. How are you bringing people to court and you don't even have a lawyer? You know what I'm saying? My auntie's a civil servant, so she can represent herself. But
self-representation.
It was like, what?
On that.
How did you expect to beat us? Yeah, how do you expect to win if you know what I mean? You set the parameters, you put the order out, you had to pay money to put an order out and all of these type of things. But that's as far as your budget stretched. Your point was that your sister doesn't have the budget, but your sister has kids who are of your age group. What are we, statues? You know what I'm saying? We're going to support our mom, innit? Yeah, our mom doesn't need to be financially thing in their eyes, really, because she's supported by her children. So she is wealthy. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just that she's not in control of all the money. You know what I'm saying? But if the money's needed for any purpose any purpose that she thinks, especially when it comes to pride, because it was a pride moment where it's like, oh, hold on, wait. You say my mum can't afford to bury her own mum. Yeah. She seemed to bury her dad well enough where these lot didn't even want to be involved. Do you get it? That was like years, like 1992 or something, like my granddad passed or whatever. And my mom had to fly over there, borrow money. We saw what our mom had to do. Do you get it?
Yeah,
To
that's what I'm
bury.
saying. It actually, it
bury
really does get messy, and that's why I think, as morbid as it can be sometimes to speak about these subjects, it kind of is just a reminder of this is why you need to kind of sort things out, because you do have to think about
It's
once
grandma's
you're
fault,
gone,
man. Grandma
what
should have
effects is
left a
it going to
will.
have on the family? Well, that's what I'm saying.
Should have left a
That's
blood
what I'm
clot, pussy
saying.
clot will, man.
Or
'cause
even in
fuck's
so
sake, man.
like one of the things that I've done a couple of years ago was I took out a funeral plan.
Mm.
So the funeral plan is in my name, but what I love about this thing is that I can change it over to someone else. So if someone in the family was to pass away, I can say, right, okay, I want to use my plan.
All right.
For that
How
funeral.
about you dealt with the funeral, right? Arrangements and the body and everything, and somebody else took the money.
I've seen
Grandma
that
had it.
happen.
Grandma
Seen
had a
that
20
happen.
grand one. She had a 20 grand
I've
one.
seen
Yeah.
it happen, Matthew. I've
Yeah.
seen it.
No, but what I'm saying is
One
like she
person paying
set
for
up,
it, and then someone else taking the little
right.
bits of change that was
And
left here
those
and there. Yeah.
people are the ones who are fighting for the body
Hey,
and all the death
hold on.
certificate.
Let
You
me
know,
tell
get
you
what I'm
something,
saying?
though. See, my
That's crazy.
stepmom, was sick, right?
Right.
She left behind, as well as having her little accounts there. She had a couple of hidden accounts that we didn't even know about, right? So her older children tried to get to these accounts, whereas my dad was just like, hold up, let's collect everything that's there and divide it between the three of you, because the older two ain't his, but the youngest is my dad's, yeah? So
Right.
he's like, if anything, the baby of the family has got to be looked after, yeah? Like you can share it equally, but don't leave the baby out in it, because half the savings accounts was actually in my little sister's name.
Right.
But yeah, he ended up having to pay for the whole funeral and everything. So I've seen how messy it can get. Do you know what I mean?
The
And this
will
is why I
thing
always
was
say,
messy.
have a will.
Yeah, the
Always
will
have a
was
will.
messy, but the actual, as you said, the funeral arrangements, grandma sorted that out.
Mm.
She had a pension plan and and it worked out a funeral plan, sorry, and it worked out as 20 bags. Somehow that 20 bags has disappeared, as well as the contents of some of her bank accounts and stuff.
Right.
You get it? But grandma had all sorts, black card, gold card, you know, in different countries, you get it? Because she's a businesswoman. So the
Oh,
stuff
sorry,
in
that's what I was
back
going
home
to say.
is different again.
Yeah, my
But you
stepmom.
need to
What
have a
she done
will
was
if you've got so
my
much.
stepmom hid little bits of cash around the house as well that my dad was finding for months afterwards. So as he was slowly going through her stuff, one day me and him was in the bedroom together. He found an envelope what she took inside, like an inside jacket pocket.
Yeah.
And I found one in a box with a pair of shoes. So it's like she was hiding little bits of cash everywhere, which was so sweet because every time my dad was finding it, he's like, you know what? She's blessed me again. I needed this today and I found this. And it was just like every time he was, because obviously he was trying to recover from paying for the funeral and do you know what I mean? And not having, like, not being able to do so many jobs and things like that. But yeah, it was them sweet little gestures afterwards that she was finding. It's like, that's something that I definitely have to do.
Yeah.
Once I'm settled and
You know the ones
got a
that
bit of
little
change to push
exactly.
aside. Like, yeah. So when I'm gone, you not be finding bits and pieces.
Yeah. I definitely feel if I have enough assets at a particular time and I'm comfortable with that and I know that that's permanent and that's always going to be mine and that's my children's legacy and future, I'm going to have to put something in place to, you get what I'm saying? Like if the moment the moment I got ill or something, I have to ring my lawyer and that, you know what I mean? Like, yo, listen,
my mum did
whether I
that.
make it or not, I need to do this thing because you never know what could happen. So let's sort it
As
out.
soon as my mum bought her house, I think because of what happened with my nana's house, my mum done a will straight away in regards to the house. So I don't know what she's put on this thing, but what she said to me, because we ain't spoken now for a couple of years, but what she said to me at the time was, I've put conditions on it. I don't know what these conditions are, but like there's only me and my little sister. Right? So it can only be that, or my kids. My sister ain't got no kids in it. So can only be me, my sister, the kids.
And the kids, right.
But I don't know what conditions there could possibly be. And for me, I was just like, you know what? Bun you and your conditions. You ain't going to be controlling me from the grave.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
now Mary Jane, you've
interested
got
to
to jump
find
through
out.
hoops. You've got to jump
Right,
through
and
hoops, do the
it'll be
obstacle
I
course
guarantee you
thing.
it will be a madness, and I'm intrigued to find out what it is when the time comes. That's the only thing I really want to know. And I've already like said to myself, if it's anything that I'm not like
Comfortable
in it,
with.
I'll be like, no. And if my share can go to the kids or there's another way around it, cool. But I don't know what the conditions might be. But
I know what it is. I don't think, for me, I personally think the conditions won't be, maybe not on you, and maybe on things like when money is released to like the grandkids, they have to be a certain age or something. Maybe it could be something like that. You know what I mean?
Perhaps.
Yeah, I think she would know that you're sensible enough to make decisions for them as well. So she
I was
just might
thinking
just do it
something
as a thing.
along the lines of, oh, you can't sell the house for so many years, or
Mhm.
like some kind of like, you know, gonna try and make us live in that place. Something like, I don't want to live there. That's one thing I don't
Oh,
want to
okay,
do.
you, okay.
I
Yeah, but
don't want
obviously,
any ownership or anything to do with that property. If there's a change for me to collect and pass on, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't be making me spend the night in a haunted house.
no. Just rent it out or whatever. You know what I mean? Make a decision whether you're gonna rent it or you're collectively gonna sell it. You know what I mean? And yeah, in that
Yeah, see,
kind of
that could be
sense.
the issue because me and that sister don't speak in it. So
But at the end of the day, if you're the eldest, I mean, the main control goes with you. So you get what I'm saying? Like it'd be like, yeah, we're not selling it, or we're gonna make money off it, but I ain't living there. Yeah, that's cool. There can't be no stipulation about I have to live somewhere. Nah, that doesn't even make sense. You get it?
Please no.
But don't
MJ,
worry.
you will have to become vegan for 20 years to get her inheritance. What do you mean? I mean, like, that's not an issue.
Yeah.
But still,
Nah, I know, but my
no.
grandma never did, and she got so much stuff. She built so much stuff, got so much properties, so many businesses. It's a crazy thing. My mom has to pick all that up, but that's back home. I'm saying what she had here alone. If you've got 20 grand for your funeral, if you've lived and worked in England for many decades, and that, you know what I'm saying, like your pension you get from England, like back home. Like many of the elders do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, okay. Service to England then. You was here then. You migrated back
Take what
when?
you can.
Yeah. But some of them migrated back a long time ago. But their services and the things they did for the country, they're obviously still getting rewarded for. Like, I was like, pension? Are you getting your
little
pension here?
pension credits, yeah.
Yeah. But again, you're in the Commonwealth. You haven't
But
gone
it's the same
anywhere.
as like people been doing that with the child benefit thing as well in more recent years of you know, you can live in Europe and so long as you've had a child here, you can collect child benefit. So they'll have the child over here, move back home, and then they're collecting the child benefit over there, you know, which is making them live comfortably because they got their life over there, plus they're getting a little change from over here, isn't it?
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. But yeah, life and death, man, is a consequence that we have to deal with, man. And I felt personally with my family, I felt that I can empathize and sympathize with them because I've never lost a parent. Do you get it? So I wouldn't personally know. And to lose a mother of all things, it's like, oh my God. You know what I mean? I don't know how anyone would react. And I found out that how my uncles and aunties reacted because they were still attached. She was still the beneficiary. She was still paying for them to do stuff, you know, in their big grown-ass ages, taking them on family holidays and paying for everything. You know what I mean? So they were still on the breast of grandma. So when that's taken away from some people, their reaction is going to be like of a childish one. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Because they feel hurt and really, really slighted by the situation. You know what I mean? They've lost something really precious to them. You know what I mean? Whereas where it's mum, it's like, it's my mum, innit? You know? And me and my mum had business dealings. We had all sorts that these lot are not privy to. And I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, man. Me and mum always have secret conversations and, you know, catch-ups. We've been doing it for way back when. You get me? I goes, she'd be like, who do you think sent the money back in the 80s me and your uncle sent all our money back, why we had to live a certain way. Do you get it? We could have been living our best life as kids or whatever, but there was little hardships, you know, little paraffin heater days, yeah, and stuff. We had to go through stuff. So while grandma was living in a house with electric gates, even back then, and coming and collecting trunk box of cornflakes and all of the stuff back in the 80s, you know what I mean? Grandma would come over, collect bit of stuff, and then go. You know what I mean? Pat you on the head, rub your chest or whatever, you know what I mean, when you're sick, and then leave. You know what I mean? So I always knew that, yeah, grandma was doing something. And obviously my mom had a lot of brothers and sisters, and 8 to be exact, her included, makes 9. But yeah, she had 8 brothers and sisters. So it was, yeah, but a lot of them came, yeah, it's a big family. Like the first 3 are similar, not similar age. Like my mom's the eldest. Then the next one's like 6 years behind her. And then the one after that was like a baby. And those are the eldest 3. And then the others were born in England when my grandparents came to England. But my grandfather came to England first with my mum. You know what I'm saying? Like 1955 and that. You know what I mean? Where she was 5.
My nana had 12. 12 of
12,
them.
you know.
All in this
I've told you our
tiny little
numbers are
three-bedroom
terrible, you know. Our numbers are terrible.
But you know
compared
what's
to our
mad?
ancestors.
So one of my mum's side, they've got 12, but on my dad's side, it was just him and his sister.
Wow.
I know, right?
You can get that. You can get that though. You can get that though. It's true. You can get that though. You just be like, well, okay. So how big's your family? Oh yeah, it's just me and my sister. Oh, okay. Well, welcome to our family.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love it.
Awkward
Like back
silence for
home,
like 2
I love
seconds.
both my grandparents live literally 5 minutes walk away from each other, like just round the corner. And even now, when I go back, like where my dad's mum lives,
yeah,
I've got an auntie on my mum's side at the back of my nana, and across the road from my nana, and round the corner from my nana. Then I've got cousins that live down the road. Like they're just literally on every single street in this one area. Like all my family's dotted around. I love it. So many of us, so many cousins, and I think a lot of the aunties and uncles kept up that tradition of the large families as well, because most of them have had 5, 6, 7 kids.
Right. I mean, we as I said, we're doing ourselves a disservice when we look back, to a thing and how fruitful that is. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, remember, I'm coming from like on my dad's side. It's like the numbers are ridiculous. Like 68 children. That's one man having 68 children and 12 wives and shit. Do you get it? Like, where's the focus,
He was
man?
living life.
He's living the life, yeah. He was like the king of the town.
Spreading his seeds.
He was the chief. He was the chief of that town. Like, they called him Baba. You get me?
You had the chief.
End.
My granddad was the major.
Right. Same difference, you know. Same difference, and exactly the same difference. You know what I mean? Like status wise, you know what I mean? Because if you can afford it, you could do it. You know what I mean? And the kids thing was just continuous anyway. Whether you had one wife, you just there, bam, 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 banging out. She's had 15 children. This one woman.
But you know what I was saying to Dublin yesterday, how I'm not sure, like, obviously I don't know, I wasn't around them times, you know what I mean, when my mum and aunties and uncles were growing up, but from the stories that I've heard, as beautiful as it was for them to have 12 children, and I'd say all of my aunties and uncles, bar maybe one of them who's a complete down and out junkie and has just disappeared now, he's like the black sheep of the family. Bar him, you know, they're all kind of good people. What was the point I was going to make with this? I don't know how good their upbringing was, in the sense that my granddad being an army man and being a major in the army, he was very, very volatile. Very, like my dad's told me, my dad was stabbed in the chest by my granddad, you know what I mean, for going out with his daughter and stuff. Like, my granddad wasn't the kind of person that you messed around with. I know he was very harsh on the children. He beat my nana, them sort of things. So it's like, as beautiful as it was for you to have them 12 kids, you know, what kind of life did you actually give them, or what kind of father actually were you? Because I don't know, just some of the stories that I hear, it's like most of my aunties will be like, oh, they're glad that he's gone, you know, or life's much better without him. And
yeah, he's a tyrant.
like they were happy for my nana as well, because it's like, oh, finally you can live in peace kind of thing. It's a bit of a mad one.
He's a tyrant.
But I think, you know, when people say there was one person who you could bring back to life to speak to for like 20 minutes or whatever, it'd be my granddad. 100% it'd be my granddad. He's the one that fought for Ireland, went through so much, was my granddad, my nana's husband, had all those children. Like, I want to hear the stories from him. I want to hear what he thought about my dad. Do you know what I mean? Like, so many questions I would have for that man. It'd be amazing.
You know, that's mad, but true. You don't know. That's how lies. No, it's true, isn't it?
Because I think I was like, when he passed, I was only like 3 years old or something. I don't even know if I met him, because obviously I was so young. But yeah, when he passed, I was young, so I never got a chance to speak to him.
I got to speak to my granddad on the phone on my mum's side once or twice, I think, growing up. And then, by the time I was 17, he was gone. You get it? Like, I never got to actually meet him. I just saw him because grandma always came over. And to know that he was the one who lived over here first, and they like emigrated in 1990. I mean, was it 70, 74 or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like a year after I was born, they were gone. They emigrated back. They lived in Queen's Park and them type of areas like West London, innit? You know what I mean? I remember I told you my granddad married Irish woman as well.
Irish woman, yeah.
So there was lots of like stuff going on. Maybe that's why. But that marriage was way back in we're talking like in the 50s when he came. Do you get what I'm saying? And by the time they're leaving in the 70s, they've had 6 or 7 children. Do you get it? Together. So those are the last ones of my mum's brothers and sisters. So what's happened is grandma's come over and she said to my mum, oh, you want to go on a holiday? You want to go see your brothers and your 2 little brothers? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, yeah. Boom, dumped. She gets dumped back in Africa, basically, into a life of with an auntie. And then that auntie passes away. And then she ends up with another auntie. And then she's basically like a vagabond on the street, you know what I mean? Like, and someone sees her and writes a letter back to her mum in England saying, yo, I just saw a princess on the road with no shoes. Like, what the hell's going on?
Oh,
did you get it?
Nice.
And wrote to the dad, sorry. So he quickly sent someone to go and find her and pick her up and, you know, take her to somewhere better. And then eventually, sent her back when she was about 14. Yeah, about 14 or 13 or something like that. She comes back and she goes to Catholic school again. You know what I mean? Up until she's about obviously 19 or whatever. You know what I mean? But by then, when she comes back, she's got brothers and sisters now. You know what I mean? That she has to look after. So it's just a whole different situation because she was living with her original family, which would have been granddad, the Irish woman, and her sister that was born from that union. Do you get it? So when she comes back now, she's got brothers and sisters. Yeah. But from the same mum and dad, but that mum is pushed to the side and the sister is not spoken about. Do you get it?
Yeah.
But when we're growing up with her, with the sister and the step grandma, you should say. You know what I mean? Because my mum's taking us on visits. Grandma's not in the country no more.
Yeah, grandma now.
yeah, in a sense, like, this is the woman who taught me etiquette and all sorts, and how to drink tea with the saucer and all of that type of stuff, and serve tea and all of that. I was like, really? She goes, yes, she's a very wicked woman. You get me? Like, she's a very wicked woman. She seems nice and all sorts now because she's old and that. She was like, no.
Sounds a bit
when
like
this
my
one was
granny,
born.
to be fair.
Yeah. She said when this, but my auntie Carol, she's almost 7 foot tall,
Oh,
ducking
wow.
under doors and stuff. I remember her Rupert the bear teddy bear was bigger than me. That's all I remember. It was on her bed and it was bigger than me. I was like, wow. Yeah. Miss my auntie Carol, man. She had twins and all sorts. We carry the same surname and everything. You know what I mean? You have to look up these
Have you
people
got any
on Facebook.
grandparents alive?
No, actually. My dad's mom, I never got to meet her, but I heard she was a lovely woman. Do you get what I'm saying? So I know I definitely lived with the bad grandma. Yeah. And I still like the bad grandma, the wicked grandma and thing. I loved her. You get me to bits, but that was the one I was exposed to all my life. Do you get it? But the others, nah, unfortunately, even granddad, who was the balance. Everyone said he was very quiet, very calm, very, you know what I mean? Very wise and all of that. And he wasn't into the shouting. He leave that to grandma. You know what I'm saying? He's got all that energy. So I was like, okay, makes sense. You know what I mean? Because some of my mum's brothers and sisters are like that, balanced. And some of them are wild and angry and that's grandma. I can see the grandma in you. Do you get it? And then there's others who are calm and just like want to live a peaceful life and moved off to places like Italy and stuff. Like, yeah. You got granddad fully. You know what I'm saying? Granddad's genes. So yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, I've got one nana still going.
You're very fortunate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think because I only lost my grandma only 5 years ago, you get me? I was definitely in the mindset from earlier of appreciating at least having one grandparent. Do you get it? Like at least having one. So I always try to get wisdom from her and the old days and information. That's why I can say what I say a lot about my culture. It's because I got it from grandma, luckily. Do you get it? I could have got a lot more because she wrote memoirs and all of these type of things. She said she had papers, and obviously I never got access to any of her stuff after she passed. You get it?
Sorry, Maka, give me 2 seconds and I'll be back.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, big up the grandmas, grandpas, all of them, man. You get me? But yeah, the bad grandma, man. Come on, man. I love the bad grandma, man. She was wise. She never cried. She was solid. She was solid. Yeah, grandma was solid, man. I mean, smart woman, spoke multiple languages, had a very good memory, all sorts like that. Oh yeah, man. And she was of royal lineage, so I mean. But yeah, I wanted to meet my other grandma. I would have loved to meet her and my other granddad. You know what I mean? Both seem to be great men. And one, it seems I inherited his name. So when I found out my granddad's name was Michael, I was like, what the? My mom said she went there and she found out that he had the same name. I mean, yeah, she was like, oh, did you name your son after his dad's dad? She was like, no. You know what I'm saying? She said she named me after the angel Michael because that's who she called out to when she was in pain having me. Yeah. But it's funny how it's just coincidental like that, isn't it? Just like boom. Everything was meant for a reason.
So I have to do a quick run downstairs.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go shop in a minute, man. Running out of supplies.
Yeah. So I was trying to catch the shop before it closed. But
yeah, I was saying how I got named, did it? My mom was telling me how I got named Michael.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, she said, yeah, when she was in labor or having me or whatever, she called out to the angel Michael.
Oh.
So she said, yeah, well, that's it. You're gonna get that name. And then it turned out that it was my granddad's name, on my dad's side.
Right.
So when she went there to the house or whatever, or to the compound, they said to her, oh, did you name him after his dad? And she was like, no. Yeah, it's just coincidental that I share the same name as my granddad, and my dad said to me that I shared the same ideals as my granddad, and I said, "What do you mean?" And he says he believes that we never came from here. I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, he wrote books on it, philosophy and scholars. He was a great scholar in that." I was like, "Really?" So this thing is not just not unique to me. They say the apple don't fall far from the tree, in it.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah. Oh, it skips a generation, as they say.
Mm.
Yeah, because I don't think my dad's like that. Yeah, my dad's a scientist and that, but I don't know if he believes in certain stuff yet. I'm still yet to ask him some questions, and I know he's running from me.
I feel like my dad's doing the same, to be honest. I think I got my dad questioning himself lately.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you work for the Pentagon? Yeah.
Pentagon, what?
Yeah. No, because one time when I went there, he gave me a pass to go there. But me being me, I was so scared. It's America, and it was the murder capital actually at the time. Yeah. Washington, D.C. was a mad place. So I took this big kitchen knife. I don't know why I thought kitchen knife in a place where people got guns. Makes no sense. But I needed some form of protection because you never know what can happen. So I've got a travel bag and I've got this big kitchen knife and I've gone to this building where the Pentagon is, and there's that big metal detector thing.
Like, why?
I turned back. I had to tell my dad some lie, like why I didn't go in there. Like, yo, You know what I mean? I really wanted to go in there as well, man. Get me? But there was like no bins around. You know what I mean?
Hide it. Yeah.
To hide the thing. I was like, oh my god, let me go and tuck it somewhere and then come back for it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, Pentagon and that. I was like, Dad, like, yeah. And then years later, what I did, I was reading up about Planet X and all of this, right? So I've sent my dad an email, yeah? And I said, Dad, what do you think about Planet X? Let me tell you something, Mary Jane, yeah? I did not hear from this man for a year and a half, yeah? And when he replied, it was on a brand new email. A brand new email. It went from...
That one disappeared.
Yeah, it went from something to .net. You go, yeah, from Yahoo to .net, and I was like, "What? What's going on?" He said, "Yeah, I'm being monitored. Like, you can't ask those kind of like questions. You have to be careful." I said, "What?" I didn't say anything. I didn't say, "Are there aliens yet?" I was coming round to it. You know what I'm saying? I only asked you about what's in the media. Because that's what they put out there at the time, you know what I mean? Or this Planet X or Xena or whatever, or Nibiru or whatever you want to say, right? So I'm just asking the question from the man who knows, from the man who says he taught presidents, he's lectured presidents, and, you know, he's an astronaut, aeronautical engineer, research scientist, you know what I'm saying? PhD, MD, doctorate. Ain't I supposed to ask that individual questions?
Of course. Who else are you going to ask? When you've got someone like that in the family, who else
in the family, right on your doorstep, like, yo, yeah. It does make it difficult when people say like, rah, you want to be like your dad. It's actually a physical, mental impossibility. Do you get it? Like, oh man, where do I start?
Right.
Maybe I could go and do a doctorate. You know what I'm saying? But then you've got, what's the MD bit? What's the MD at the end of the name?
What's the rest of it?
Yeah, what's the PhD, MD, and all of that? What's all that? Like, what's all that about? Yeah, and to know he's been a cosmonaut, which is an astronaut. It's just a Russian equivalent or whatever, because he studied in Russia and Moscow or whatever. But he said he went to a school where the blackboard was against the tree.
Oh wow!
So, I mean, he said he was an average student. I beg to differ. If you went to a school, yeah, that was against the tree, you know what I'm saying? And you managed to reach to the heights of, you know what I mean? top 10
I'd like to
scientists in
see
America.
what the rest of their students are like if you're average.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, either you're playing down something or you're telling the truth. Like, it's going to be one or the other. But yeah, my dad always plays down his intelligence as well. But I think I do think it comes out in your children in different ways.
Yeah, definitely. I think in my side of the family, it's the maths. That's the thing that we all seem to get, is that ability with maths.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how every single teacher that my children have come across is like, your child has got like the kind of like genius level with maths, and I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, the force is strong.
Yeah,
Force is strong within these.
It's just the thing, you know. It's like I had the same thing growing up. My dad had the same. My granddad had the same. But in fairness, my granddad was the one who set me down and went through things with me as a child, like as a young child. You know what I mean? As soon as I was allowed to see my grandparents, because there's a period of time where I wasn't allowed to see them, but I think from about 6 until when my granddad passed when I was about 11, I seen him every single weekend. And going to see Nana and Granddad was like, so my mum's side of the family, that house was busy. You'd be fighting to get a piece of chicken on a Sunday, let alone a roast potato, because there was so many like aunties, uncles and cousins there. But I go up to my other Nana and Granddad's house now. I'm the only grandchild till like 93 or 94 when my dad, my sister and my cousin was born, in it. But I'm the only grandchild, so I'm completely spoiled, innit? I not that I get what I want, but I'm the only one there, so it's like full plate of food, the best of the meat, the best of the vegetables, you know what I mean? Everything's just there. I used to love it, but my nana was a bit miserable. I kind of didn't really understand my nana when I was younger, but my granddad, he was the one that I'd sit in the living room, we'd be watching snooker, we'd be watching the racing, and then he'd sit me down. It's like, right, get your handwriting book out, show me how to do handwriting, going through different maths with me, going through algebra when I'm like 8 years old and shit. So by the time I go to like high school now, I know all this shit. I know everything. Like I'm way in front of you lot. Like you're not behind me in it. Like let me go up to the next level. But yeah, heavily invested in that kind of like making sure that he educated me and helped me through my education and helped me to advance as well. But yeah, the genes are definitely there for the maths.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, my brother's like that. He's maths, music. I think in his dad, yeah, it's definitely maths as well, because he's an architect. My brother's excellent at maths, and then he turned it into music. So it's like music and mathematics actually go together. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's the logic and understanding, because that's why I think I've always tried to push my son into some sort of engineering type thing. Because I see from young, he's got the love of cars, vehicles, anything on wheels.
Yeah.
And then put that with the mathematical ability.
Right. Engineering.
But now he's obviously with the lifestyle, he's more towards the music at the moment.
Right.
Finally starting to settle down and seriously considering some real options. Yeah.
He's doing the math. Hey, there you go.
Come on.
That's where it comes in handy. No, seriously. It's an essential. I understand why my people even say that it's an essential skill to have English and maths. Make sure. Do you get what I'm saying? Because they're at doctor, lawyer level. That's all they want to hear. They don't want to hear anything else from the older generation. Yeah. So it was always, by my generation, it was always essential for you to have at least degree level. Do you get it? So like me being an excellent artist and all of that was like nothing to them. They just saw it as a hobby rather than a life skill. You know what I mean? That could actually pay you any money. But as time changed and graphics and things came into play, do you get it? It changed the dynamic even of their thinking of that. Oh, you can turn it into a business so you can make money out of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now you're using computer and all of that and things have changed now. You know what I mean? You could be excellent in get a degree now, and now you're doing IT. That wasn't there. It was only doctor and lawyer, doctor and lawyer, doctor and lawyer, doctor and
Yeah,
lawyer. You know what I mean?
doctor,
In the
lawyer,
beginning for
teacher.
certain
Yeah.
generation,
Yeah.
But as it's gone on, it's progressed. It's started to change. The parameters changed, and then it became a
Oh,
thing
sorry, an accountant. That was the other one, wasn't it? An accountant.
right. But now, if you just made money, it got to the
Yeah,
stage where
facts.
if you just made money, they didn't know where you got your money from. It could be football, it could be rapping, it could be whatever. But now that you just got money, actually put you in that position of respect of a person who now, you know what I mean, who would have normally had their degree, that would have satisfied the parents. Oh, my son has a degree. I've got that picture with the hat. Yeah. On the
The
mantle,
graduation
like,
picture.
everyone, like, you know what I mean? If you don't have that, like you failed as a parent, basically. So I mean, I've kept up that tradition where I say to my kids, it was a contract. We have a contract as far as your education's concerned. You get me? There's no specified subject or thing. I just say, just get as much as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And over time, you will discover what you really want to do. But you can basically do anything once you have the right basis or education to fall back on.
That's it. And I
So,
think this is the thing, like, as you were saying, we've always been sort of pushed into these traditional roles of, oh, you should aspire to be this, you should aspire to be that. I was saying accountant, teacher, doctor, all of these things. But obviously, as we've discovered growing up, there's so many jobs out there that you don't even hear of. Like, you go online now, it's, community engagement officer, admin clerk, this, that, like,
stuff that never
there
existed
is
before. Like
so many jobs out there now
Yeah.
that people can get. And I feel like if you've got the right skills, you can progress in any job, because that's been my experience, in all honesty. In every single job that I've been in, I've always progressed from a young age. I've always, like, from 18, I had my own, it was just a shoe shop, but it's a shoe shop. Do you know what I mean? It's like, came back from my holidays after my 18th birthday. Here you go. Here's your keys. You got your own shop. Like, and from like 17, I'd been doing my training and everything. But by 18, I was ready to go, because legally I couldn't be a manager until I was 18. But as soon as I was, boom, next job I moved into, manager, boom. Next job I moved into, boom, boom, kitchen manager. Next job, boom, manager. So I feel like, there's so many ways that you can progress without getting that formal education. And we see so many people as well that get those degrees and do fuck all with it.
Yeah, my brother's multi-skilled. I mean, along with dabbling in architecture, which his drawing skills was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he got a piece of paper and some lines and things, just look, what's that? You know what I'm saying? You hasn't got that artistic temperament, but the idea is there. Do you get me? The thing, but the maths is what is really gangster, because anything he does, he can keep his own books. He's a natural bookkeeper. He's like one level away from an accountant in his numbers. Do you get it? That's just privately, like skills he's acquired and work he's done through different businesses and working for different companies. Like, I remember me and him used to go job center, and he's looking at the accountant kind of jobs, and there's like 20K plus company car and all of that. You get me? And mine's are on the 15, and you get me, like 15,
and especially
16,
like now
18
you can do all
bracket.
those like freelance jobs and stuff like that, so you can have a level of freedom as well, where you're not just tied to one company. You can just be doing a little contract here, there, and getting little bits of income from that.
Yeah, but the maths, as again, the maths had him. So I mean, that's your special power. You get me? Never undermine it or look down on it, but let it be let the people know, like, that's the basis of how you have these superpowers that we all think we don't have. Like, when you think of your special skill, you don't think of it necessarily as maths, but when you do the math on it, you realize it was all encompassing. Do you get it?
Yeah, no, because I've always seen maths as an ability to understand the logic behind things, because for me, when I was like, especially the early days of secondary school, that's when I felt a massive frustration in life when it came to maths, because I'll be looking at these people around me thinking, why don't you get it? What it's explained for you. Like it's not asking you a question about something you don't know. This is possible for you to figure out. There is a mathematical calculation that can figure this out for you. Why can't you understand? Why can't you get the answer? But then obviously as I started to grow, I realized, okay, I just get the logic, whereas other people find
Have to learn it.
take longer, you know. And for me it was like an immediate thing. So, you know, I was that student that every exam we had, everyone knew I was going to get an A in it. That was just a straight up thing. 100% every maths exam, I'd sit there, finish, cross my arms, like, can you not hurry up? You know, I was just a fucking bitch with it.
You know what I mean? I was like, you see, I was reversed. I was like weird with some
in
things.
the end, I end up helping people because I realized that, like, you know what, I'm done with it. I don't need to sit here and learn any more of it. And the only way I'm going to help these people to progress is to actually help them. So I started assisting the teacher when it came to maths.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I was like that with art, I suppose. You know, like I became the feature by the time I was like 5th year or whatever. Before leaving school, I was like taking classes. And then when I got to 6th form, they were like, yeah, I was taking classes, like looking at people's art, youngers in the 1st and 2nd year, like, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, you could do a bit better there. You know what I mean? Half of them were my models when we were in the 6th form. I've got artwork of people and I'm like, bro, you're all grown now, look at you. You know what I mean? Like we've left school and met up on some different situation and you're like, yeah, I got a picture that I drew for my 6th form exam of you you come to model for us in the class.
Them ones,
Yeah, mad. You know what
I never enjoyed art. I wasn't bad at it essentially,
Mm.
but I just never really enjoyed it. And I think I used to prefer, and I think this is again where it comes back to like sort of the maths and the logical thing. I used to prefer like doing symmetrical paintings and
Oh,
things
wait,
like that.
hear this, Mary Jane. I had a friend named Elka, right? Irish girl, in my class, right? And she would claim the same thing. She would say, I'm not really good at drawing, Mike. But let us turn to textiles, right?
Right. Yeah. See, that I can get down with.
Or even watercolors. I was
Mm.
amazed at her ability. You get me to watercolor like a picture,
Yeah.
but it's obviously because it's not the line thing of the drawing. Do you get it? It's all about placing colors in blocks and spaces and what you see. Do you get it? So
I
her
did do
thing
some
was
amazing pieces, which my mum
right.
actually has in frames because they look professional. But it was a very similar thing, like because it was already there for me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah,
their
ask me
thing
to
was
do something myself. Never.
they got a high grade in art, not because they could draw, but the other things that encompass art. Textiles, ceramics, batik, all of these other, you get me, things they were excellent at, like boom, 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 like you did that, Elka. Oh man, like just the wax. Oh, so you waxed it out and then put the ink and wow, that looks bad. You know what I'm saying? Like when it came to that type of art in what we were calling art, they seem to excel. You know what I mean? A lot of people who was like, no, I can't really draw, Mike. I can't really. Well, you can definitely paint. And you can definitely whip up a ceramics. Yeah, so there's different
I
skills
remember doing
within
some of
what
them.
we're calling
What you
art.
call them? Mosaics with the broken up tiles. That was good.
Right. Yeah, she did stuff like that. All of them, all the girls, like they were good at that stuff. Their exam would be that, you know, like use your best skill to get through the thing.
But yeah,
And there's
ask me to draw like a dog or a horse or something. It's
Mhm.
gonna end up looking like a a
Yeah.
flower pot.
Yeah, it might be small in the middle of the page. Like, what's that? It's a big piece of paper you got. You know, you can use the whole of the paper.
But I entered an art competition once, so they had this competition, and I think I got 2nd prize or something. But the one that got the top prize, I was pissed off because she'd done a little stick man on with a house. It was just a basic house, you know, the square with the roof and the 4 windows with the cross in it. And the front door, and then some swings, and then like stick people on the swings. And I was like, but wait, how did that win? Like that I'd done this bright like a sunset in the horizon, you know. I think it was a dolphin jumping over or something, but it was sick.
Yeah.
Like the colours and stuff. And I was like, but like you know, if I'm going to get a second prize, I should at least win, because clearly my picture is better than that. But there was other pictures that were really, really good. I didn't expect to win at all. Do you know what I mean? So, but it just goes to show you never know what the judges are actually looking for when it comes to these things.
Yeah. Man says tie and dye. Yeah, man. Tie and dye. The girls was killing it, making proper things. They were proper things. I could do it. It's
That's
like
made a
just about,
comeback
it
now,
wasn't
hasn't
really
it?
my thing. I'm an artist, innit? Like, so I was really good at drawing, really good at painting. You know what I mean? But there was other things I just was crap at, like ceramics and other little. You get me? Clay. I wasn't really the best. But these girls was like, yeah, mate. I'm making a bowl. I'm making a this. I'm making a that. You get what I'm saying? They were like walking past their desk, like,
Oh, the fucking
you know,
clay
she
stuff.
definitely getting an A.
I remember there was an argument.
Can't draw for shit, but she's gonna get an A.
Primary school, there was an argument about that clay shit. So we'd done whatever clay modeling stuff we're
Right.
doing, and I made some shit to take home. I don't even know, probably fell apart. But there was 2 Gillians in my class, right? And both of them spelt with a G.
Yeah.
But one of them had this thing about, no, I want to spell my name with a J. So that day she's put the initial J under her clay thing. So at the end of the day now, I've gone to claim my one. And I'm like, no, this is mine. She's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. That's your one over there. And like, basically, because my clay bit was better and had a J on it, she was trying to claim my bit in it. Yeah. I think it's probably one of the first like arguments that I had in primary school. It's my clay. No, it's my fucking clay. Give my clay. Clap over the head with my clay, bitch.
I think for my exam, my sixth form exam, I mean A-level exam, I did a clay boxer still. Made a clay boxer because my theme was boxing or something. So I went through the history of boxing and how it started, bare knuckle, you know what I mean, who was the first champion, you know, all that Joe Johnson stuff and all of that. So yeah, it was mad. But yeah, I had to have other pieces of work. It was easy, man. I sailed through it. I did it in the first year of A-levels.
See, do you know what I think one of my other big skills was in school? Was researching. Fucking used to love doing research to put together projects. Give me a project. Give me a week, 2 weeks, whatever. Like, I used to thrive on them things. Like, to the point where if they done, you know, teams or whatever, I'd be like, no, I'll do it by myself. I want to do it all by myself. And I used to love it, going to the library for hours, asking my teachers for their textbooks. Now, miss, I need to find out this because of the... I used to love that kind of stuff. Still do.
Mark Smith is killing me.
Together presentations.
Talking about metalwork. He's talking about metalwork.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
I remember that as well. I remember we making copper ninja stars in the first year.
What
making
did we
copper
make?
ninja stars.
We made a key ring because we'd done a little trial. We used to get to like trial everything for 2 weeks before you choose what options you'd take up in it. So you had metal. You had the wood shop as well, music, business.
Yeah.
Economics, all these things. Yeah, so you do a little trial of each. It was sick.
We did it in a work experience where we made clocks. Different styles of clocks, like the faces, you know, made out of plastic or whatever. We'd draw and design them, and we turned it into a business, me and my friends. And then we went to some place in West End to go and get the back pieces and the mechanisms. Yeah, and then we would just like obviously make the perspex thing, because I did like one for a teacher who was like image of William Shakespeare in a kind of cartoony kind of character, right? So it was on a piece of plastic, white piece of plastic, and I'd gone over it in a permanent marker for the features and doing all that. It looked proper like William Shakespeare, and the teachers bought it for like £10, and like we did so many, and we did good money on it, you know what I mean? But we didn't get any money out of it. But anyway, you know what I mean? It was just my team of girls and boys, we were friends anyway. So imagine that you get a bunch of friends who are friends anyway to work on a project. You know what I mean? And it was good, man. It was like we was walking through the school saying it's for charity as well. I think it was like for Red Nose Day and all of these things to add to it. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't seem like we were trying to make a profit, but we were supposed to be learning how to make a profit. Crazy, but yeah. Yeah, it was good though, because we spent a lot of time in the workshop and that. actually making the stuff, innit? So
Yeah.
it wasn't like, thing was like filing it down. I'm filing down the piece of plastic. I've already drawn Shakespeare on it. I'm saying this is gonna be a seller. Yeah. And one of the English teachers bought it. I was so proud.
Do you know what? I was
Mm.
gonna do we had technical graphics as an option in school.
Right.
And I kind of wanted to do that. However, it was mainly boys in the class. Like, and I didn't want to be stuck in a classroom full of the boys, you know, especially when they're being all boisterous, because come on, the Irish lads are just little shits, and used to terrorize us in school. But that would have been a subject that I would have liked to do, because I did feel like there was them kind of subjects that, like, home economics was an option twice. It's kind of like, oh yeah, when there's no room left for the girls, you know, we just shove them in home economics.
Right. That's true.
It's like the technical
I
kind
liked
of
home
stuff,
economics
and
though, man.
you know, the
I liked
engineering and that was
that's
was
why I
mainly
learned
boys.
to make shepherd's pie, and my mom laughed at me, and then made 5 different ones. I came home and I was like, yeah, shepherd's pie. I know how to cook.
Wow, do you know what's bad? I done that for my exam. I think was it shepherd's pie. So for our exam, we were set different tasks.
That's right.
And my task was, and I remember picking them randomly from the hat, and we all knew what the options were. And I can't remember, like, you know, everyone was like hoping to get a certain one, which was like the cake or something simple. But I ended up with, I had to make a dish for dinner that was freezable, or so that you could, or in separate containers or something like that. So yeah, I done shepherd's pie and got them, you know, containers that you can cook them in and wrap them up in and stuff. Yeah, that was my thing. And I remember trying to make it look sick, a little slice of tomato and a bit of parsley on top.
Yeah. Slice of tomato, you know. Yeah. Little thing. It was the first thing in home economics that man made. So you can imagine me, I ran home like I was the don. You get me? Like, Mom, look what I made. I mixed the mince. I used oxo, like the teacher told me, and also chopped up an onion. You get what I'm saying? It was easy. My mom just laughed and then made 5 different ones. She made one with cauliflower cheese, like a creamy sauce, and she used chicken mince. I'd never seen chicken mince before. Get me? She went and got minced chicken mince, and she was like, "Look, this is what I'm gonna do. Boom, show you different types of shepherd's pie." I was like, "Mom, you've never done this before."
No, but that's
You've
the thing.
never
You
done
can
this
obviously
before.
like mix things up a bit to make different things. But
Right.
oh, the creamy sauce, that's something I could. I need them white sauces, bread sauce.
Yeah,
What's
it's
that all
white
about?
sauce. It's like white sauce and all of that. Like, but it goes with the right things, innit? You can't put the wrong things with the wrong combination. So what she's showing me is that, like, look, if you're gonna make a white creamy one, it has to have like things like cauliflower cheese and cauliflower in there, and that creamy sauce and chicken mince. So it's all white meat and all of that. Do you get it? So it like all goes together, or fish or salmon or whatever. If you're doing with the white thing, which changes it or whatever, it's not really a shepherd's pie anymore, in it. But yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, my mom did 5 shepherd's pies, 5 or 4. Yeah, 4 different ones. Like I was just like, wow, you know what I mean. I thought I was doing something with my little mince. You know what I'm saying? My little normal mince. I didn't even know about that. I was like, Mom, this is a whole new world for me. Because I always cooked at home as well with my mom. So it was just an extra skill.
See, the thing is, I was cooking, but it's like my mom's style of cooking. You know what I mean? Like frying 2 sausages and 2 bacon, or putting some oven food in the oven, or at the most it might be a spaghetti bolognese or a lasagna. You know, that's being exotic. But for us, the home economics thing, it was just a bitch fest. That's all it was. I think I told you before about the chick putting the washing up liquid in my spaghetti bolognese.
Oh shit!
And I pretended not to know. Like, so my friend tasted it and was like, "Oh, it tastes a bit funny," and I'm like, "Shut up, man! What are you talking about?" Then I go to the teacher and I'm like, "Miss, she's trying to say my spag bol tastes funny. Like, can you taste it?" And the teacher's like, "Oh, I'm getting a bit of did you put lemon in there? And I'm like, lemon? And I'm
Mm.
like, oh, it's washing up liquid. So this
Mm.
bitch, I put washing up liquid in. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me say nothing and pretend I don't even know. And on the way home, I topped the whole container of spaghetti bolognese over this bitch's head.
No, shit.
And I think the next week, I don't know what we were making, but I think I just chucked a whole load of garlic cloves in. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, have that. Have that.
Yeah, like me, spiteful. Get me? I was a little bit like that. My friend, he's a teacher in the school that we went to, secondary school. He I remember one time he was being rude for some reason. He was just picking on me, and I don't think I was the one, because I think we was in sixth form now. We're big boys now. We've just left school, but we're still in school. You know what I mean? It's a different situation. I got a locker and that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he says makes this statement about all African men are cab drivers and blah blah blah. So we go for a break, and yeah, he's like trying to chase me around the playground and all of this type of stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. So I've gone in my locker where I've got my rounders bat that says "Eat Me" on it. Yeah, I keep it in my bag. I don't even know why I even had it in school, because I wasn't even like that. I didn't really need to be like that. Like, I beat up people, but I never ever needed to use a weapon. But for some reason, I had it, right? And I took it out of my locker and I brought it back to the classroom, sat behind him, yeah, and repeated what he said, and then plonked the thing right in front of me on the desk. And asked him to elaborate on what he was talking about. I don't even know how I got away with that, because like, that's mad, isn't it? Like, you bring something out of your bag and like blonk, ponk it on the table. Yeah, someone was saying something about the African cab driver. What? I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you correctly. Yeah. But we became good friends. I mean, now that, yeah, it's mad what you do when you're now young.
I'm telling you, and just to clarify for the people in the chat, the spag bowl had cooled down by then, because obviously take it home at the end of the day. And the reason I'd done it was because this girl was known for her like notoriously long hair, and you know, that was her biggest pride. So yeah, to get a spag bowl in the hair, and she had to walk all the way home with that. So,
why would you? Yeah. Anyway, girls are spiteful.
Jedi, if you're there, Red is backstage. Can you let him on, please? Thank you.
Yeah, man. Red, jump on. Someone jump on so I can go shop quickly.
Yeah, it's nearly bedtime anyways. I'm sure Jed's be locking off soon so we can catch his sleep.
Innit? I'm going to go gym early tomorrow. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, do you know what? I didn't sleep good last night. I think I overindulged in food yesterday and I had some indigestion, and because my heating's off and my flat is quite cold, even though the weather's warmed up, the flat in itself is cold. I was feeling cold and I kept waking up with either indigestion or cold feet.
Yeah. It's not nice.
And I don't think I had a great sleep. So today I have felt a bit meh, like kind of known that I didn't get a restful sleep last night, you know. So yeah, hopefully catch a good sleep tonight and wake up feeling like, yeah, in the morning.
Oh, so it weren't just me then. I was feeling like shit today, bro. I spent most of it lying down, man. Like watching the world fly away. I'm like, that's not me. First of the month. Supposed to be getting up doing something. You get me?
Yeah.
I've had a lazy one.
To be honest, I have tried to get through my sort of to-do list today, which meant making several phone calls, chasing up on emails, chasing up a few payments, this, that, da. But you know, when it's like sometimes you got these things floating around in your head and you know you got to do it, but sometimes you just got to take the time out and actually get this shit done.
This fucked up my week, man. Anyway, this bank holiday shit fucked up my week. I'm running behind schedule. I'm confused. I'm gonna get onto that. I'm still running on funny weekend time. So, yeah,
I feel like it's just been a bit of a mad one lately. I don't know, with the whole coming into the new year, not knowing what's happening with this lockdown and all this bullshit, and then you know, dribs and drabs of information. And look where we are now. We're in the height of summer. We ain't being able to make no plans, and all of a sudden the sun's out, and we just want to make plans.
It's weird.
That's what I'm saying. What we doing this weekend, family?
Whatever we want to do, hopefully. They're just gonna give us a couple weeks, man. Let us enjoy it a little bit, and then lock us down.
We need to have some barbecues, Maku.
I know, but like, I'm in the process. Since the month's turned, I've got 30 days before I move house.
Oh, I'm moving pretty soon as well. So
Stressed
we
out.
both moving pretty soon.
Yeah, stressed out, man.
Are you staying local?
Yeah, down the road, man.
Oh, okay.
More pretty ends. Well, not pretty, but yeah, it's more. There's more of a. What should I say? There's more of a. It's like right in the middle of like the station's there, and you know what I mean. The high street's there, and all the stores are there, and yeah.
We're going up Totteridge side.
Nah, not as far as that. More Southgate. Southgate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
So like college sides, 125 sides,
Yeah. So yeah, it's all right around there. Yeah, exactly. It's like a little community kind of thing going on around there. So I'm like, yeah. This one was all right, but I can't take fucking celebrities and all of that. Like rich people, like they're fucking.
Hey, I'm telling you, when I seen your place, I was laughing, thinking my sister used to stalk certain people in that place. When my sister was younger, and my dad used to live the other end of Waterfall Road when I was living in New Southgate.
Let me give you a joke. The person who owns it is named Kona, and he's an Irishman.
Oh, for real?
It's an Irishman, yeah, billionaire Irishman who owns this estate.
Not surprised.
Yeah,
I have to look
like, raw. Yeah, no. I've got a couple. My friend's dad knows him personally, and obviously some of the people who live here know him. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, they're fucking billionaire Irish constructors, and you know, like, yeah, they've made their money, they've done their thing, man. Like, yeah, it's mad. So I remember this was the Priory as well.
Yeah,
as well. So yeah,
there's a lot of history there. Yeah, so sister used to go celebrity hunting over there, and I remember when I was moving out of my flat across the road, I was looking at places there because I didn't realize they'd all different levels of, you know, you got the rich ones, and then you got the kind of almost realistic ones as well for people to live
in. One bedroom, like woo.
Yeah,
I actually saw one of them, and I'm like, wow. But I realize now I was getting bumped. There's people here who are paying far less than me and got big.
Well, that's it. It depends on who you go through and who you know, isn't it?
It's luxury, isn't it? It's Airbnbs and all sorts, like the most luxury apartments you can get in this part of the world.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But yeah, I mean, I've tried it. I've lived it. I've been here a year and a half. I can say I've had that experience now, but it's not really me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like to live with human beings.
I hear you.
No, it's sad. I was like, yeah, you get me, like depressed and thing, and just like want complete silence and all of this type of stuff. Like, yo, you know, there is life. You know, you can go on holiday. You can have relatives and other stuff like that. You know, it's all right. Just because you got money or just because you're in the public eye, it doesn't mean, you know what I mean, you can't have a life and all of that. And as I said,
I do wonder though what goes on in some of that building. I do wonder what goes on with a lot of celebrities actually being there. You know, we wonder what kind of mad energy are they creating when they're there? What kind of rituals is going on behind closed doors?
No, I mean, people are being there's paranormal activity. Definitely, I've heard of. Another part. So I think the part I'm in is a new part extension to the original building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We know it was a mental institution maybe like 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And 10 years ago, my guy decided to renovate these places. You know what I mean? And all these celebrities like Harry Styles and all of these type of people have lived here.
Yeah.
So, and the Talisha and all of that. So I kind of understood what their system was, innit? You know, like those Simon Cowells and all of that. They get these young people making these little groups and, you know what I mean, boy bands, girl bands and whatever.
Yeah.
And they house them in these type of places to give them that taste of the new life that they're gonna experience. You get it?
Yep.
And then as soon as they get that little run or whatever as a boy band or whatever, you know, it can only be like 18 months for some. Yeah. They get their little mansion or their little house or whatever, and they're out of it. You get it? But yeah, you're right. I think while they're here, maybe a lot of rituals and things are going on. Most definitely, I would assume. You know what I mean? Because my friend lives in the one that Harry Styles lives in, and he didn't have to redecorate, put it that way. Yeah. And the size of the Buddha head in the front room. Yeah. The size of the Buddha head in the front room is amazing. I didn't know you could get them in that size. Like, it's ridiculous.
And it is mad that, as you said, a lot of these boy bands and stuff are put there, because Harry Styles, he was One Direction, wasn't he?
Right.
And then I think the one that my sister used to follow was The Wanted. But I know when she was up there, she used to see different celebrities as well. You know, she'd be hanging around outside, just, you know, watching all the blacked out windows going in. You know, which one is this? And it got to the point where the guys got to know her. The guys that she was following, like, they got to know her as a super fan type thing. They, oh, she's cool. Let's jump out and say hello and take 2 selfies with her and whatnot. You know.
Thank God for the security. Yeah, it's mad.
Hey, listen, now she got into the building enough times. She ended up knowing where they live and everything. Like, when I say super fan, she was super fan.
Yeah. Where are them are like that? They're like, oh, don't tell anyone I live here. Like, I don't even think you're that famous.
And who are you again? Do I know you?
B's and C's. I know you're on a B and C level. You know, like, there's loads of B's and C's in it.
Oh, you won X Factor, did you? Oh, well done.
Yeah, well done, well done.
Them ones.
Big brother, yeah. All right, good for you. You know what I mean? But it's how you made your money off it.
Yeah.
My little friend Ashleen, she made good money, man. Like, she's worth like 5 point something million. I'm like, wow.
It's not bad. It's not
But
bad.
when I talk to her, like, yeah, boy, she's another Irish girl, isn't it? Really? Yeah, deep down. But yeah, she got a business brain, and I rate that. You know what I mean? She put most of her money into properties.
Right.
Yeah, she got properties all over the place. So like, I'm like, wow, okay, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, take your little money, make it work for you. Take your little sexuality, sell it. You know what I mean? And do your thing. You know what I mean? No, it's true. But now we at the Botoxy kind of, yeah. If you see her, you wouldn't really recognize her. You know, the one from back in the day, you wouldn't really. Yeah, it's mad. You know what I mean? Now you be talking to people and they're looking like a cat. You're right, Mike. Yeah, I was gonna do
like a cat. You mean all you see is eyelashes?
No, you know, like, I was gonna use her for like a 1 minute video, like, say, subscribe to Nubian Sniper TV and stuff like that. Yeah, but it has to be on a day when she's made up. Do you get it? I like to do things organic, innit? So like, if she just gone shop and she's getting out of her car, I'd like to do it like that. You know what I mean? Oh, thing, you know who I am. Make sure you subscribe to Nubian Sniper TV. No, I have to make sure that she gets the message beforehand and she's prepared.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because on camera, I'm telling you, yeah, man.
Yeah, because they can't have, like, they don't have certain images out there, innit?
Right.
They can't have an image that they have to keep up.
Right. The walking the dog look, just in the normal tracksuit and that, and no makeup on is, it's a myth. It's a myth. Like, I'm not even asking. You know, you're not even asking when it's, morning. Yeah, I was gonna, next time. Don't worry. Yeah. Different to where she dialed up to the 9s, though. You know what I mean?
You know, them pro dogs that they probably have to wait an hour to have a piss in the morning because they're always doing their makeup.
Oh, mate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's true. And they got like 3 of them. She's got like 3 little ones and all sorts.
I went
got
to
these bait corgis kind of things going on around here, man.
Yeah, I went to this house last year with a friend of mine. This guy, fucking personal trainer living in some big empty flat, him and his missus, and like 4 dogs or something, 5 dogs and a couple of cats, whatever. These people have got what they call them, puppy training mats down, puppy pee mats or something. Basically, like, you know, the kind of thing they put on a hospital bed when a woman's having a baby, like them big nappy looking flat things. But they're for the puppies. So I was like, oh, what's this? I've never seen this before, like acting dumb. He's oh yeah, you know, because when I'm home during the day, I'm too busy to take the dogs out, so they just piss there, and I've got a room in there that they can go in. Like, you've got a room for your dogs. You got these beautiful dogs that you probably paid stupid money for, and you're letting them piss on a fake nappy pad. Like, what is this? Take the dogs out for a walk at least. And he even had a little
Was
back
that a dog
garden.
pond? Not a tampon, but a dog pond.
A dog pond. Dog pond.
What the hell's going on here, man? Yeah. A doggetry towel. Like
this. And obviously it's smelling as well. You can see where he's made an effort to, like, you know, the flat is nice and it's obviously well looked after. Man's got private cleaners, did all of them things. But you know, when like you just know that there's animals in there, it hits you as soon as you walk in. Like,
he's got me itchy and scratchy right now.
What's that slight scent I can get? You got cats in here. Oh, I got a couple of dogs and I got 2 cats, but the cats are in the living room. The living room that's attached to the kitchen.
Look, let me go, Mary Jen, because I'm going to catch this shop before 11, and I don't think this guy's coming back, because 11's his cut-off point, in it, bedtime.
Yeah. Cool. We'll lock off. If he's there, he'll lock off, and if not, I think the thing will just die anyway. So, yeah, man. But
listen,
big up, bro.
Yes, I'll see you
tomorrow.
I'll speak to you tomorrow. Yeah. All right. Take care, everyone. Ciao.
Big up. Stay safe. Big up the chat. Hit the like button on the way out if you haven't already, and catch you all later.